And a day will come when the mystical generations of Jesus, by the Supreme Being as his father in the womb of a virgin, will be classified with the fables of the generations of Minerva and the brain of Jupiter. This is the Godless Rebelution. I still fucked that up.
Did you?
I don't know.
You want to do it again?
No.
What did you mess up?
We'll just go on here, because...
I think you did fine.
All right.
This is take 2 on this
But
one?
No,
I don't
that
have
was-
the quote here in front of me, so...
That was Thomas Jefferson basically saying, all religions will be myths.
Yeah. And I'll guarantee if you hadn't brought up that you messed it up, nobody would have known, because I didn't know. Dan didn't know.
Yeah.
Sounded fine.
I'm just sitting here with a shit-eating grin looking at Facebook.
Half a cocktail in.
Yes.
Half an Ellis cocktail in.
No pre-game shots this week. I will not be getting as drunk as I was last week.
Which was fine.
Last week I was so drunk.
Well, yeah, I guess not good for you the day after.
No, yeah, I was still drunk the next morning when I woke up.
Yeah.
I thought people liked it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. But I wanted to go through, or I thought about going through and counting how many times I said the fuck word.
Yeah, well...
I'm guessing it approached 100 or more.
I wouldn't feel
a lot.
I wouldn't feel too self-conscious. I mean, I think from the overall feedback, people way more enjoy the things I don't fucking know about. and you guys shitting on me about that. So
True.
They probably totally overlooked the F word.
Yeah, last episode was loaded with fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were...
Which is a word I've heard before.
Yeah, I had several fucks to give, and was very liberal in applying them.
And I got a strange feeling there's going to be more fucks given tonight.
More fucks given.
Oh yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
the word.
I don't know. I don't know if I could top last week's amount of fucks.
We could try.
We get Ryan to tell that story he told us before the podcast.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was pretty fuck heavy.
Yeah.
Oh. Now I'm trying to remember it in my head so I can do it the same way I did it before. Just to tell the story. So basically I had a guy at work ask me, I was making fun of Mormonism a little bit during the morning news.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of asked me, why are you always making fun of Mormons and making fun of religion? I said, if you believe in a fucking guy that got some fucking golden tablets out of the motherfucking ground, read those tablets, fucking deciphered them, then took those fucking tablets and lost them, then fucking made a Bible after he's already fucking put in jail as a fucking charlatan, a fucking liar, and a fucking thief, and you're believing that shit? You're fucking stupid. Yeah. It's basically what I told him at work.
And then, yeah, that was it.
Then I was called into HR and
told I can't say fuck anymore.
Is that a rule? Can you not?
No, it's a fire department.
yeah.
We don't
So you can.
generally follow those rules.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys have an HR department?
We actually had them come in one year to actually talk to us. They're like, we think we need to come give you a class on how
We've
to
heard some
be...
disturbing reports, some concerning things about what's going on here at the fire department.
It's like,
Who doesn't like Joseph Smith? Raise your hand.
Who does not sustain the prophet?
Yeah.
fire department
opposed?
It's kind of a boys' club, so there's always the
Yeah.
sexual, racist.
Are there any
Jokes.
females there at the fire department?
We got 2.
Yeah. Out of how many?
Yeah.
80?
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
boy. A statistical non-existence, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
We don't have... I mean, you don't see a lot of women in the fire service. You see them as paramedics or EMTs, but...
And cops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but as far as actually riding fire trucks, it's not
No.
that often.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
2 out of 80. That's still...
That's low.
Yeah, that's very low.
I think we have one female dispatcher, but I don't think we include her dispatcher in our actual numbers.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting things to know about interesting people. Ooh. What's that big red monster on Bugs Bunny? I can never remember his name.
Oh.
On Bugs
Holy
Bunny.
shit, I haven't thought
It's
about...
just all hair and
I
Converse
have
shoes.
not thought about that thing in 2 decades.
Well, that's where I get that interesting monsters kind of thing when he's coming
and he's
out
always
his
like opening doors and then like when it's a wall and yeah, dude.
Like its cousin?
Yeah, it's basically just this hair monster.
I can see it in my head.
Red hair monster with Converse shoes.
Yeah, it's like it and Telly from Sesame Street had a baby.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I don't know what it's called.
Those two shows are
I'll have
fucking.
to look that up.
Yeah, those two shows are fucking.
I'm Dan, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm Maticus.
I think I'm still Ryan.
Think you're still Ryan.
I don't know. His brain is pretty fried, at least from the outside.
Yeah, it looked like a.
It does look really like taut and shiny.
It sure does.
Yeah,
He did an air show this week and got burned. I would say to the bone, probably.
Yeah, it feels like leather right now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Holy shit, dude! Your whole head moves.
Yeah, it's that's what I said. It's like leather. It's dried out. It's like a piece of beef jerky.
His forehead looks like
a solid piece of skin
a
dried.
turtle shell.
It's like a
Ed
saddlebag.
Gein would be proud of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so
You
weird.
can see it just kind of like.
It's like one piece that shifts in unison.
Just another reason why we need to film these
ripples
podcasts.
a little bit and folds and creases and cracks. And,
Will it stay?
Oh my god, you look like Freddy Krueger, dude.
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That had to-
don't
is
hurt
it painful
yourself, man.
still?
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
I burn myself with like the sun all the time,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of just used to it.
I hate getting a sunburn.
Oh yeah,
I fucking hate it.
I think you and I are a little fairer too, though, than Rye.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying. I mean, I know you're Irish. I'm not saying you're not fair.
See, this isn't a tan. Those are freckles that come out when the sun activates them.
Oh, okay.
You think you have freckles?
Yeah.
Well, you also got red hair.
Dan is certainly the gingerliest of the three of us.
Yes. I am the whitest of the white men around this table.
I'm approaching ginger, but
Yeah. I'm sorry. I hate being sunburned.
yeah.
I got sunburned so bad when I was little. We went out to Magic Waters when I was like 8 or 9. My dad had us out there from open to close, and I had no sunscreen on.
Oh, jeez.
As a ginger, that was like
Yeah.
really, really fucking bad. Toward the end of the day, like the lifeguards and whoever operating the slides and stuff, they're like, no, you can't be out in the sun anymore. You need to go away
To the
in the
emergency
shade.
room.
I was purple,
Oh,
and
I hate
I
that.
had it was so bad. It was like from the middle of my chest up over my shoulders to the middle of my back was just one giant blister that would just swell and burst and swell and burst. I was laying in bed with pillows under my arms, under my legs, propped up behind me, and I'd fall asleep to be woken up by the blister bursting.
and then you're
wet.
soaked.
And then I'm just soaked and sticking to the sheets, and I was fucking miserable. Yeah, I laid in bed for like 3 or 4 days. Just
That's
It
sounds like
awful.
you needed a skin graft.
That's so bad.
well, it's probably why I've had so many cancerous moles and shit.
Ugh.
I had one on my foot that I was the 50th reported case in the history of dermatology to have whatever kind of carcinoma it was on my foot.
So you're special.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
play the
special
lottery
in
the
so
next
many
day?
ways.
Dan and the 49 other people as fair as he
Yes.
have had that particular melanoma.
Yeah, it went from like the size of a pinhead to the size of a dime in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. They had to cut out a
What
big
did?
chunk, the thing on my foot.
The melanomas.
Yeah, what is it, like a
Cancer.
mole or a freckle?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like it was a discoloration.
Well, at
that's-
first it
okay,
just
yeah.
looked like a freckle, but then it got bigger and bigger, and then it got scaly, and
Ew.
yeah. By the time we got into the dermatologist, they're like, okay, we're gonna cut off like half your foot now. Not really, but yeah, like a big sizable chunk on the side of my foot, or on top, kind of the side by my pinky toe. Had my pinky toe sticking out a little bit for a little while.
Awesome radio.
Yeah.
Sunburns, pinky
I
toe
won't tell you about
removal.
the one that I had on my ball sack.
Oh.
Oh, please do. Now I'm curious.
I'll save that for another time.
I'm using all 2 of my Kinsey scale points right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. It looks like it would be painful.
Yeah.
It's only painful like when I first get out of the shower and I dry it off and that air hits it
Yeah.
and it feels like
Yeah,
rubbing
I
alcohol
hate
into a
that
burn.
Yeah.
Then when I put lotion on it, it's all good to go.
Oy.
Except for I gotta keep putting lotion on it and I didn't bring like it with me.
I have lots of lotion.
I mean, I think I'll be good for another 4 hours before it actually falls off.
We definitely should have videotaped this one because I want to see Dan lotion up Ryan.
He puts the lotion on the skin. That sounded really creepy in the headphones.
Here in these headphones too.
Yeah,
it was good.
So you got sunburned at the air show.
Yep.
A bunch of atheists went out there for that as one of the Atheists of Utah events. From what I understand, people had a good time. It was a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I was working it, and the first day I was there, I was sitting in the fire truck the whole day because I was not hungover.
Ends with a question mark. Because I was not hungover.
We don't have the answers to that quiz.
Well, the top of the fire truck is the whole cab is glass. You got the front windshield that comes from the bottom, so you can literally see down the sides of the truck, and it comes up right above your head for the driver's seat, and the passengers sit right kind of back and to your sides, and you're sitting directly in the center of the truck as a driver. And I wasn't really thinking. Had the AC going in the truck. I was like, it's hot out. Might be hungover. I was hungover. And I wasn't really thinking about the sun coming through that window, frying my head.
Just baked you.
But you couldn't tell because you had the AC.
I had the AC going in the vehicle. It felt fine. Then I get back that night, and I look in the mirror. I'm like, I'm fucked.
Well, the sun was probably like, what the fuck is going on? Usually people are running by now.
And there was literally like no clouds that day. Like, it was a clear day. Both days of the air show were clear, and I was standing outside for 8 hours both days.
Yeah.
So
16 hours in the sun.
I'm not allowed to
Under
wear
a
normal
magnifying glass.
I mean, that's being uniform the whole time, so can't just throw on a bandana or a baseball cap.
Can't you wear one of those like awesome fireman's helmets?
But they're like, we have proximity suits for on the flight line, so they're big giant silver things that come all the way down to your shoulders and around your face, and they're like then it'd be like wearing a baked potato suit. That's exactly what they look like.
Baked potato suit.
It's made of silver.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like tinfoil, and it looks like you're a baked potato when you're wearing one.
Well, you were getting baked sitting in the truck?
Baked potato.
I wish I was getting... No.
Can't do that in the truck either.
I can't say that.
Well, you could say it, but...
Well, I can say it, and then I'm just going to get drug tested next week. They have ears everywhere.
I went to Moab over the weekend and got sunburned. But
yeah, I mean, you look like you got a little healthy glow from the sun. You don't look burned, but...
Yeah,
or
a little bit of sun and drinking always makes me a bit red. But
okay.
Yeah, it was a good time. We went down the river on it was an all-day rafting trip.
Down the Colorado?
Yep. They're down in the Moabs, and our river guide was named Noah. That was interesting. He had his name was Noah, and he had a Philippians quote tattoo on his collarbone, like from the top of his shoulder, wrapped around his collarbone to his neck. And I thought, initially upon seeing him, I thought, well, this is going to suck. He's going to be on a boat with, 5 atheists the whole way down. But it turns out Noah was an atheist and was fucking awesome. He's a really cool guy. And we had a great time, and we got a little bit drunk on the boat, and we did some cliff jumping and some swimming and some water fighting and some sightseeing.
Water fighting?
Yeah, just on the boat. Other boats, as you get near them, you...
Was this like a whitewater raft type thing, or was it one of those? There was
more
boats?
whitewater. Usually, so this is a pretty lazy all day rafting trip. It's just a lot of it's just fairly still water, but they had a lot more whitewater on it this year than any other trip that I've taken down there. And this was I think this was my fifth day trip down there.
Nice.
Doing the same run, and it was the most whitewater I've seen down there. We almost flipped our boat.
And how many night trips have you taken down there?
No night trips.
Oh, okay.
Unless we're talking about stumbling home from Woody's Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that picture of you at that tavern, and I'm like, I recognize that place. Like, that patio looks familiar.
Everybody who's been to Moab has been to Woody's.
Actually, the last time I was down there on a motorcycle trip, we met another guy that was there on a motorcycle trip, going back to Washington from Texas, where he flew to Texas, picked up a motorcycle, and was driving it back to Washington State. he's there by himself and have a beer, and we're talking to this guy. He's like, yeah, I run this club out in, Washington State. You should check it out. And I can't remember the name of it now, but we went and checked it out. And it was a transvestite, vampire club.
Cool.
All, black, and everybody was dressed the opposite sex as, vampires and damsels, and it was like, this
is interesting.
This is different. This is...
Like a vampire turkey club?
No, it was I guess they got that club down in...
Club? Is that a different thing?
There's that club in Salt Lake where they have a lot of people that dress kind of very gothic-like, and vampire-like. It was very similar to that, but a lot of cross-dressing going on in all the photos.
Wow. It almost sounds like Moab Pride, the Orange Party, but with vampires.
Yeah. Very dark and, vampires.
Spooky.
Yeah, I was like, this is... at the time, I was like, I don't know if I'm not bashing the guy's club, but I don't know if I'm going to go to Washington and look this guy up exactly. I might be afraid to go in this place.
Yeah, Washington's interesting that way.
State or D.C.? State, right?
State. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to go where the
DC
Goonies was
too.
filmed.
I mean, there's plenty of vampires in D.C.
Oh, and I got pulled over on the way down there. Cop said that he initially got me at 88 and then locked me in on his radar at 90.
Whoa!
And this was in a 65, so I'm like, fuck. I'm toast, man. This is going to be super expensive. Later, someone told me that anything over 25 can be considered reckless driving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm screwed.
Which is a bigger charge.
But he got my information, went back to his vehicle, came back up fairly quickly, and he was like, all right, have a good day, have fun.
He probably accidentally
cool.
erased the radar.
But then...
Yeah, something.
Well, no, he was really cool. He came up to the window, and he's like, you know why I pulled you over? And I said, not exactly. And he said, do you have any idea how fast you were going? And I said, no. And he said, do you know what the speed limit is? And I said, I think it's 65 through here. He said, yeah, I got you at 88 initially and locked you in at 90. And I chuckled. I was like, oh, crap, I was going that fast? And he kind of got a grin. He's like, yeah, you were going that fast. He's like, what, are you guys down here for a wedding? And we were like, no. He said, oh, it seems like everybody who's coming down to Moab is here for some wedding. We're like, no, we're just here, coming down here on vacation, going to do some rafting, whatever. He's like, all right. Got my information, went back, came back, and he's like, all right, be careful, have fun, watch your speed. And that was it. Totally cool. Huh. But I was not quite so lucky on my way home. I got pulled over again, this time also in a 65, but he clocked me at 83, I'm guessing, as I was slowing down. And I honestly didn't even know that I was going that fast this time. It wasn't... on the way down there, it was, I want to get down there,
Yeah.
I was doing some time traveling. And, but on the way home, I was basically keeping up with the flow of traffic and passing cars, passing trucks and whatever. I wasn't even really paying attention to my speed, and he got me, but he wrote me up at 79, so it will be cheaper, he said. Save me $50. I don't know, $50 off of what, but...
The price wasn't actually on the ticket, the fine?
I didn't look at it I haven't really looked at it all that closely.
I don't know. I don't buy that fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to save you No, I'm going to take money out of my own pocket and give it... No, fuck that shit. He clocked you at 79, and he's trying to come off like the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Well, it's something like every 5 miles an hour you pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not... No. Who's doing that on there? No fucking guys are doing that shit. You seem like a nice guy. They're going to do that to everybody?
I had a buddy that got pulled over doing 100 and something. The cop goes, I'll knock you down to 80. Otherwise, we have to impound the car and you're going to jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it just seems like every speeding story is that way.
Yeah, well,
and I just don't trust. No, of course, no. When I just don't trust that they. I think they give you a line right up front, where you were doing 85. Oh, sorry. Okay, and then they write you for that. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't know. And then they're like, well, no, I'll get down to 79 just so that I'm a fucking awesome guy from now on.
No, when he... I don't
know.
Well, and when he pulled me over...
It's just too suspicious.
I'm still going down the road. I saw him, off the side of the road or coming toward us, whatever. I think he was heading the opposite direction initially, and so I saw him, as we went by, and like when I got pulled over on the way down there and I saw the cop, I was like, oh shit, he's gonna. And then I saw him turn around and I was like, oh fuck, he's coming after me.
Yep.
That got the cop on the way home. You know, we passed. It wasn't even a thought in my head. Like I had no idea that I was, speeding really.
Oh, well, maybe.
And so we're just tooling down the road, listening to music. I can't even remember. We had the radio on, and I just happened to glance up in my rearview mirror, and he's like right on my ass with the lights going, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
Maybe I've been too hard on the police. Then I have a new question after you just told me that story. What are you looking at when you're driving? If you're not checking the speed and you're not checking your mirrors, what are you watching?
I was looking at the scenery.
Okay.
The other cars around. I was looking ahead more. It was the 2-lane road.
Yeah, gotcha.
I wasn't looking behind me because fuck those people. I'd passed them.
Yeah. There's about that.
I guess maybe that should have been an indication that I was going fast because
you're just
I didn't even bother looking in my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Like fucking nobody's going to keep up with me.
Nobody's going to be on my ass to get out. No.
I'm in the sports sedan. We're fine.
Yeah. Those do kind of want to go.
Yeah. It's really easy to go too fast in my car.
Yeah.
It's fun.
The atheist mobile.
I need to watch that more carefully. I almost got another ticket on the way to work today.
Jeez.
Yeah. They seem to be out like a lot.
It's summer.
Lately. Yeah.
Summer.
People going on vacations and especially on the weekend, I could see Moab, all those roads being packed on weekends for everybody going out that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I need to be more careful.
I don't know the Utah Highway Patrol jurisdiction areas either. I don't know if they kind of shift. As
well, and I think this was in
happens
Emery
a lot.
County. And he's like, you can handle this over the phone. You don't have to come back down here. I was like, oh, God, good.
Because those were
fuck
local.
Emery County.
Yeah, for sure.
Drive down there unless I'm passing through for something else.
Yeah. Is that a cat that I keep? What the hell is that?
Yeah, I just heard it on the headphones.
It sounds like we have a kitty trapped somewhere.
Oh.
Is it in the well?
There's a small door with some exercise equipment in front of it there.
It'll
Probably
be
not
fine.
that one.
It'll be fine. If it got in there, it can get out.
Yeah. There's enough room to breathe, I think, at the bottom.
So, lots of news lately this week.
Small bit of news.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Fuck it, make noise. Just yank that out of there. We try to be so quiet with our drinks.
Well, probably nobody has heard about this.
What is it? Well, if I haven't heard, I want to know.
I will let you know, Rye.
Okay.
As your mom calls you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me too now. Hobby Lobby.
Fuck 'em! I'm sorry I had to say that.
Yeah, and
Right in the...
my 5 pages of notes for this one story
Sweet.
are irrelevant now because fuck Hobby Lobby.
We'll just throw that shit right away.
Next story. No, I'm sorry.
But I won't. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I read well over the mic, but I don't have it all. I'm going to skip some of it anyway. Hobby Lobby, a for-profit and privately held corporation owned by a family of evangelical Christians, sued the Department of Health and Human Services September 2012 because it believed that the contraception requirement of the Affordable Care Act was an unconstitutional violation of its sincerely held religious beliefs. No one has contested the sincerity of the religious beliefs held by Hobby Lobby founder and CEO David Green and his family, but the Greens are not on the hook to provide their 13,000 full-time employees with contraceptive coverage. In reality, their privately held corporation is responsible for that coverage, because that's what it means to be incorporated. So one of the questions before the High Court right now is whether or not the company itself can have sincerely held religious beliefs, and if the court is willing to recognize corporate religion. Whether the contraception mandate places an, quote, undue burden on those beliefs. Yeah,
They're allowed to have their beliefs. They're allowed to practice their beliefs.
Sure.
But forcing that practice of those beliefs on people that you employ is wrong.
Right, and so
Well, being able to do anything in the name of your religion as a fucking company is
as a
wrong.
corporation is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your company is not. I mean, unless you're running a church, synagogue, mosque, whatever.
Then it's
Then yeah, you can say it's a religious organization. You're a fucking company that sells shit to the public. You're
Yep.
not closed off to offering these services only to your religion. This is to anybody who happens to be dumb enough to stumble through your fucking door.
Right. Well,
yeah, they're operating in the public sector, and they're a for-profit company.
Yeah.
yep.
I think for-profit's the big key word.
Well, that is
too.
a big. I mean, I'm amazed that this got all the way up to the Supreme Court. You know, that people weren't just like, get the fuck out of my courtroom.
I'm surprised.
But with the precedent of corporations are people and have freedom of speech and all that.
Yeah.
There's some reason why it did that.
Well, and I suppose that I'm not surprised that it made it to the Supreme Court. I mean, because they chose to continue appealing it and forcing the issue.
Right.
you
Spending
know,
millions
Yeah.
to discriminate legally.
Well, and having special interest groups, religious special interest groups, raising money for them for this case. I'm not surprised that it went to the Supreme Court. I am surprised that they chose to actually hear the case versus just dismissing it on
Saying
standing.
you're a corporation, you're not.
Yeah, versus just going with the lower court's decision and saying, no, you guys have wasted your time and money and effort in this ridiculous case.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they chose to hear it.
Well, see, that didn't actually surprise me as much as the fact that it got there, because we saw recently that the prayer and endorsed prayer was fine, based on the slightly greater majority of Christian justices we have in the court. I think, what is it, by one or something? And am I wrong? They're all Catholics, right? All the men in the Supreme Court, all of them are Catholics.
I'm not even sure.
I don't know about Kennedy, but
I would bet you.
yeah.
The one I don't know about Roberts, but I think they are. And I think Sotomayor is as well, but she's a liberal, though, I think.
Yeah.
So I think there's 6 or 7 Catholics in the Supreme Court.
It's their job that when they step into that court, they throw their religion out the door.
Well, they should,
But
that's not. I mean,
it's
if
not
you
what
ask
happens.
Scalia, that's not what he does.
Yeah.
No, and that's not
he's very
what,
open about saying that no, his religion guides him in a lot of different
And
things.
so does Thomas, and so does Alito, and so does all those guys do that.
It should just be,
No, but
here's the law, and this is how we interpret the law.
But their fucking job is to interpret the law as it's written, not to interpret the
biblical,
scripture and make that a new law. That's not what their fucking job is. But they don't give a shit. There's nobody looking over those guys.
Yeah.
There's nobody above them. So they have absolutely no check whatsoever.
It kills me when I hear religious people say that they, anytime there's a law enacted or upheld that runs counter to their religious beliefs, it's, these activist judges are doing whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't say the same thing when it comes to religion, or very few religious people do.
Or it's religious persecution.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't make that, claim of the judges being activist in supporting a religious agenda for our secular government, which does make them activist judges.
Yeah, I only hope that someday we can live in a country where Christians are free to express their opinions and can meet together publicly without,
that would be weird.
Without discrimination, and we could have an openly Christian president one day. I only hope that day would. I mean, not to mention 43 consecutively.
Gosh, how different would that be?
I don't know if all 43 were actual Christians. Or just
Well,
being
clearly
like,
that has
I
happened
am
because
Christian
the U.S. is a
because-
Christian nation.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that the persecution angle is such fucking bullshit.
it's stupid.
Yeah, it's such a martyr complex. And they love that because they want to all throw themselves up on the cross, And
they're the ones making the biggest deal about it. I mean, I know the atheist community voices its opinion very loudly sometimes, but then it's like, well, we're being persecuted.
Not really.
I mean, there's certain things, like around Christmas, when they put up all the billboards, which I think are funny as hell. But everybody's like, that's religious persecution. I'm like, no, it's not.
No.
You're allowed to voice your opinion in
Sure.
the public square, and guess what that is? That's
freedom
us voicing our opinion in the public square, so
Yeah.
it's not religiously oppressing.
Yeah.
How do you think people that don't believe in your God think when you're always like, hey,
Let's see.
call me or go to hell?
I've got the
Yeah,
stuff here. So Scalia, Catholic. Kennedy, Catholic. Thomas, Catholic. Roberts, Catholic. Alito, Catholic. Sotomayor, Catholic. And then we have, of the Jewish faith,
Ginsburg.
Breyer, and Kagan.
Wow.
Every other justice is Roman Catholic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I
Wow.
thought.
So, if there's a Catholic organization that decides not to sell red meat in their stores on Fridays,
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're a half a page into this 5-page deal here.
Yeah.
And it's not all highlighted, Dan. Thanks for looking.
And I'm
I saw the eyes.
Trying to peek over there.
No, look. Actually, it's only...
Wow, very little of it is actually highlighted.
you should just start copying and pasting so that way you don't got to highlight.
I don't...
Well, the highlights are probably that, right? They're the things you want to make sure you highlight.
Yeah,
You need
so-
the supporting information.
Right, so
Okay.
what I do is I find a story that I think's relevant and interesting, and fuck you, I don't care if you like it or not, listeners, and Ryan, I guess, sure. He acted as if I was talking to him, but I just meant everybody. So I do that, and then I print them out, and then during the week I kind of go through them, and then sort of highlight the areas I want to hit.
Oh, sorry, was I bumping that?
Yeah, you're
Was I humping the mic?
Yeah,
your shirt was rubbing on the mic a little bit, so
yeah, it was his shirt, everybody.
Sure it was. My shirt. Yeah, that's the ticket.
That's a ticket. All right. So, what are the beliefs of Hobby Lobby specifically? Well, the claims based in its religious opposition to abortion, according to lawyers for the company, the main issue here is 4 forms of birth control that it doesn't want to cover because it believes they are abortion-inducing drugs. They go on to kind of name them, so on and so forth, and then it says these medications are there to prevent or delay ovulation, from Dr. Petra Casey, OBGYN at the Mayo Clinic. They don't act after fertilization.
no.
As the Times noticed, emergency contraception like Plan B, Ella, and the hormonal IUD do not work by preventing fertilized eggs from implanting in the womb. An important distinction here is that the fertilization is not the same thing as pregnancy, for the very, very simple reason that these things take time. There are a lot of steps between fertilization and implantation being successful. For the average woman who is not on any kind of birth control, that process of fertilization is occurring over and over and over again, and those women are not getting pregnant over and over and over again because many of those fertilizations never, ever implant. Hobby Lobby believes it should be exempted from complying with the new health care requirements because of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, a law passed in 1993 to protect individuals from having their rights trampled by the government. But a Supreme Court decision in support of Hobby Lobby's claim, an opinion that affirms that corporations can have sincerely held religious beliefs, would be a major break with centuries of legal history and really distorted interpretations, which is exactly what happened. I would also add distortions of the First Amendment as well, which wasn't mentioned.
Yeah.
Anything to add on that part?
Who was president in 1993?
I believe that was Bill Clinton.
Ooh, no, or was that Bush Sr.?
No, I think it was Clinton.
Was it Clinton?
I think Clinton.
Pretty sure it was Clinton.
Yeah.
That must have been, was he 92? Was he elected then?
Yep. I think so.
Bill Clinton was the president in 1993.
Okay. So that had been very early on in his term.
Yeah. It would. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I don't think he actually entered office until 93, right? Like, that was...
Elections are always on even years for some reason. I remember that.
Yeah.
So Clinton served from 93 to 2001.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because so
this was, I guess we would have to look and see when the bill was written and put forth.
Yeah.
But I think Clinton actually signed it into law.
Yeah. Could have been.
Wouldn't be the only shitty decision Clinton ever made.
Sure.
Of course.
What president hasn't made a shady decision?
Right.
Yeah. Well, some of them made a career out of those.
Yeah.
Though, and others didn't. But
So speaking of presidential responsibility in this whole thing, you mentioned that this is tied to the RFRA.
Yeah.
I think I would have to also put some of the blame on Obama for this. That he, in addition to the RFRA, kicked the door open for this kind of bullshit when he allowed religious nonprofit organizations to opt out.
Yeah.
That
I would agree with that.
That he through administrative powers made that decision and said, okay, fine. As a nonprofit religious organization, you don't have to do this. They still have employees. It's the same argument. I mean, that was part of the argument put forth, was that, these other religious companies basically were able to opt out. Why can't we? And I think that was a really shitty decision.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think the nonprofit versus for-profit should be a big deciding factor in it. There's a big difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit organization as far as the rules they got to follow.
Yeah, I think there shouldn't be, but I think that there is, and that might be. But that wasn't even a consideration. I mean, as far as as far as I know. But yeah, I think you're right.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it should have been saying, well, hey, guess what? This is a for-profit corporation. They are a publicly operating for-profit organization. They are not a entity onto their own. The company does not get its own religious.
The company. I mean,
Well, they do now.
No,
the people of the company. Now. Yeah, now they do. But the people in the company are free to practice their own religion. If they believe that birth control is bad, okay, fine. Don't take it.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't buy it. Don't give it to anybody.
Sure.
But I firmly believe that anything that's prescribed, that you have to go into a doctor's office, get a prescription from a doctor to even take that medication, which is already going to be jacked up because you're having to go to the doctor's office to get it, should be covered by your medical insurance.
Well, and I don't understand how this passes the smell test when you think of the what's the Medical Privacy Act?
HIPAA?
HIPAA. I don't understand how this passes HIPAA muster when you have an employer making a medical decision for you.
Right.
That your employer would be able to say, no, your doctor has made this decision. You and your doctor have come together, explored your options. This is the decision you've made, and me as your employer, who knows fuck all about medicine, I will make this decision for you and say that you can't use that.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that the Greens know fuck all about anything except capitalism. I mean, they don't know shit about anything, but they want to make decisions about everything.
Yeah.
So, and if their biggest thing is we don't want to pay for people to have abortions, it's like, well, you're paying them money. They're using that money to go then buy it on their own. You can't
control what they're going to do with their paycheck, and if you look at your medical insurance being part of your overall compensation package, they should have absolutely no fucking say in it at all.
Yeah, and we would have been. This is one of the few times I could ever say this kind of thing, but we would have actually been better off having Muslims or Baptists in the Supreme Court than Catholics for this particular case, because contraception and birth control is the one thing that Catholics are going to take a hard stance on.
Oh, yeah.
It's the one fucking thing. No fun.
Every sperm is a sacred sperm.
Yeah, no birth control. I mean, if you were like, Joey the fucking Roach Patone or whatever you were, and you're like, hey, I busted his fucking legs, but he was this rat bastard, you know what I mean? And so they'd be fine with that. Yeah, whatever. Just do a couple Hail Marys. You're out of here. No big deal. Who fucking cares, right? But fucking condoms, birth control. You kidding me? Like, that's when they go crazy. I mean, Baptists and them, they would have had a problem with that too, but not to the. I mean, Catholics take that to an extreme. If this would have been a case about like, hey, we're this huge corporation and we want to gather up all the 11-year-old boys and diddle them for a while, and we want you guys to pay for it, all these justices would have been like, yeah, that's fucking normal. That's fine. No problem. We'd have had a better chance with Baptists in that case.
Yeah.
I don't seriously think that. I'm just taking some digs because I'm a little hot about this case. But
no,
I fucking don't like Catholics anyway. So
I am too. And, I've heard it argued that, well, if you don't like what that company's offering, then just go get a job somewhere else. You don't have to work there. And, as if that option is available to everybody.
Right.
And then too, I've heard it stated, and I agree to some extent that, if the company doesn't want to provide these things, the company isn't denying birth control to people. They're not denying, women can still
yeah.
go out and get birth control. They can
Right,
still
right.
get it by other means. They just can't get it through their medical insurance through
right.
this company. And so it's not that big a deal. And I can kind of see that argument, but at the same time, it's a company forcing their religious beliefs on their employees.
That's the main problem. And besides that, the things that the medications they've rejected because of the birth control element do so many other things for female health care
Cancer.
that they're completely disregarding.
Yeah, it's not like we're not talking about doctors who were prescribing fucking wire hangers or anything like that.
Ooh,
I mean, these you know what I mean?
Bad image, but you're right.
These are drugs that are used for a wide variety of different things.
Sure. And it's one guy that made a shit ton of money doing selling stencils and oversized flowers that's now going to tell all these women that they don't, if they work for him, they don't have the right to those kinds of health benefits because he doesn't like it.
Well, and that's where I get into the other argument that I made earlier, where he's not saying that they don't have the right to them. They still have the right to them. They can still go and get them, but they can't get them through their company.
Okay, but I'm still going to state it that way because the law came out and said, here's what you're going to do, and he said, the fuck I am.
Yeah.
They don't have the right to that if they work for me.
Right.
So in that sense,
staunch Republican organization has been doing that.
No, I know. Okay. Congress passed RFRA in response to the 1990 Supreme Court decision that allowed the state of Oregon to deny unemployment benefits to 2 Native American men who were fired for using peyote, which was illegal in the state at the time as part of a religious ceremony. The majority opinion in the case held that a person's religious beliefs are not sufficient grounds to break laws and are considered, quote, neutral or generally applicable, but Congress passed RFRA after concerns were raised that the ruling would infringe on the rights of individuals who belong to minority religion groups. The law was supposed to be a safeguard against big entities stomping all over the rights of individuals. Hobby Lobby is invoking it to do the exact opposite.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't really looked into the background of the RFRA, so I can see how it initially sailed through. I mean, it was basically unanimous in both the
to protect employees,
in both the House and the Senate. Everybody on both sides of the aisle were like, "Yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do this." And
right.
with this argument in mind, I can understand why.
That's why it went through so easily.
Yeah.
Yep. And so Hobby Lobby's used that precedent
as saying, well, the employer
they've turned it on its head
180 degrees and said, well, here, they've already ruled this way, and then all the Catholics are like, yeah, sure, that's what God wants. He'd be pissed at me if I didn't rule this way, I don't know if they thought that, but I imagine they did.
And I'm sure it was at least a niggling thought in the back of their mind.
And Justice Thomas is not made any attempts to hide that fact. The other ones are a little more inconspicuous, but that corporations have sincerely held religious beliefs, the ruling would effectively make the kind of discrimination conservative lawmakers in Arizona tried to pass earlier this year with State Bill 1062, the law of the land. Quote, denying birth control to your workers because of your own religious objections to it superimposes your own personal beliefs about conscience and faith onto your employees. So does refusing to serve a gay person due to a religious objection to their sexual orientation. So that's the same crap we saw in Arizona.
Yeah. Until
they realized, that wasn't going to work out for the Christians if that was turned around.
Yeah.
They decided not to go with that. One of the quotes from Kennedy.
It's probably the highlighted section.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
You're welcome.
Actually, Justice Sotomayor asked Paul Clement about the consequences of corporate religion. If corporate religions could claim a religious objection to providing contraception coverage, Sotomayor asked, couldn't they also object to vaccinations or blood transfusions? Kagan pressed further, noting that there are a number of other medical treatments that are not considered legitimate under certain religious doctrine, and went on to ask if corporations should be able to object to covering those as well. Empowering corporations to select what health care to provide employees a la carte would mean everything everything would be piecemeal, nothing would be uniform. And Justice Anthony Kennedy seemed relatively sympathetic to Hobby Lobby's claims about abortion and the possibility that some future law may one day compel Hobby Lobby to pay for it. Basically, the hypothetical rights of the corporation at some point in the future scenario that may never occur may matter just as much or slightly more than the very real rights of women and other workers currently existing in the world right now.
How would that matter more?
Because they're women.
This whole thing makes me...
It's infuriating.
Yeah.
I know. At every fucking turn, it's infuriating.
When I first heard it, we were in Moab. When I first heard the announcement, I told you guys earlier that, I think it was Eric Ethington had posted, breaking news, SCOTUS rules in favor of Hobby Lobby, and I thought, obviously that's a typo.
Yeah.
There was never a thought in my mind at all that this would actually go through and be ruled in their favor.
Yeah, I actually had to check 3 news sites. I was like, wait, this has got to be...
Yeah, somebody's been duped by The Onion or some other satire site.
And no, it was all, like everyone's saying it. I mean, to me, this is the same group of people that goes around saying they don't want the government in their life and being so tyrannical and so radical and making me do this stuff I don't want to do. Then you go and turn around and say, well, I don't want to allow you to do this, or this. So... Whereas,
yeah, well, and it's they make the argument, and they can still use that argument even in this case. They can say, "Well, the government was forcing me to do something. The government shouldn't be able to force me to do something." Well, no, as a corporation, as a public entity, you have certain responsibilities that you have to follow, whether you like them or not. I mean, you have to pay taxes. That's the other thing about this that really bothers me is that sure. Now as a corporation, Hobby Lobby gets to opt out of these certain things that they find objectionable to their personal religious beliefs. I personally, though I'm not religious, find war abhorrent. I mean, in most cases, I understand there are cases where it's a necessity, but it pisses me off that so much of my tax dollars, or that so many of my tax dollars go to funding the war machine, to funding these private contracting companies, building planes that nobody wants, nobody uses, nobody needs. All of this money spent on war that I don't want to have to fucking pay that. Does that, why don't I now have the right to say, okay, well, I don't want my taxes going for
make a
these
conscientious objector.
Yeah.
A conscientious objector claim saying, hey, I conscientiously object to war in all aspects of it. So guess what? You say 20% of our budget goes to the military. Well, guess what? I'm not going to pay 20%
of my taxes are now mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I don't want to pay taxes, just like these criminal organizations that rape our fucking kids.
Called the church.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the same church that all these justices that voted for this belong to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now let's not single out the Catholic Church for
I don't
boy
give a
rape.
Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
They all boy rape. Some girl rape, some boy and girl rape. They all rape.
Yeah. Well, they do it. The Catholics do it in a very unique and special way.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bring the little boys in and.
Well,
it's
the thing that pisses me off about it is that they're put in a position of power and they abuse it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the ones above them, instead of doing the right thing, say, well, Jesus would want you to hide. Just pretend you're somewhere between the ages of 13 and 33.
This is a bad thing that happened within the church, but the church overall is good, so we need to work on protecting that more than the victim.
Yep.
A 17-year-old student has sex with a 24-year-old teacher consensually. She goes to jail for fucking how many years? A preacher rapes X number of kids and gets fucking hit in another state. Nothing ever fucking happens to him.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, he gets to preach again.
Yeah.
Because they'll handle it internally.
Yeah.
All right. Back to this.
You messed all your pages up.
Anything else you want to know about Hobby Lobby? The Greens, who the founders and CEO, are opening a museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., and are designing a biblical curriculum they'd like to see taught in public schools.
You should have seen this fucking book.
Yeah. Hobby Lobby also, for all its piousness, has a retirement plan that invests very heavily in the manufacturers of the forms of contraception it claims to abhor so much. The same contraception that won them a Supreme Court case.
Do you
also
have
the same contraception that prior to ACA was provided through the insurance at Hobby Lobby.
Yep. I think the fact that it came from Obama has a lot to do
That's
with
why.
it.
I think it's the only reason why they're doing it.
Yeah, watch us put a hole in this guy's presidency.
Yeah.
That kind of move. But anyway.
Do you have the number on how much they invested in them?
Yes, I do.
It's huge.
According to a report from Molly Redden at Mother Jones, the Hobby Lobby held more than $73 million in mutual funds with investments in companies that produce emergency contraceptive pills and drugs commonly used in abortions. If you guys are not fuming and screaming back at this podcast right now,
$73 million
You should be.
invested in contraception, yet they will not allow their employees to fucking have it through their fucking medical insurance, and they're making
They
shit
took it
tons
to
of
court.
fucking money off
they went
of
to
it.
court about it and won.
I just
They
got
were
one
so
thing.
incensed.
I got one thing to say to Hobby Lobby. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself.
I'm going to Michael's from now on.
Not even delicately. Be really rough.
Yeah, Ryan said
Get in there.
so softly.
I mean,
I just have one thing to say, Hobby. Just go fuck yourself.
Just go fuck yourself. That's all
I want you to go down to your
Sounded like
local
my
sex
grandmother.
store.
Actually, not that,
Dude, I can't imagine
like,
my grandmother saying
well,
that.
yeah,
One of them,
I'm
but-
sitting here thinking, actually, I can't. I'm having a really hard time imagining my grandmother saying that.
Well,
It's funny.
I was just suggesting the Hobby Lobby goes down to the porn shop, finds a double-sided dildo, and rams it in their holes.
Yeah.
Ass to mouth.
Yeah, whichever way they want to go.
Wait, what does that mean? No,
Oh
I'm just
my
kidding.
God,
I'm
he
just
doesn't
kidding.
know. The show is now called Ass to Mouth.
No, we're gonna change it to more shit Matt doesn't know about. But Hobby Lobby has had the option to opt out of these kinds of investments with a faith-based investing strategy, but it hasn't. The company's also financially linked to a pretty expansive right-wing network.
Oh, the hell you say.
Shocker. And the organizations and individuals filing briefs in support of Hobby Lobby have really terrible views about women and sex, and are all kind of fringy banana brains. I
All
don't know.
kind
what
of
that's-
fringy
all
banana
kind of
brains.
fringy banana brains.
I can picture my grandmother saying that.
Go fuck yourself.
Like the people at the American Freedom Law Center. Here's an excerpt from the organization's brief in support of Hobby Lobby. Thus, it has come to pass that the widespread
Jesus.
use of contraceptives has indeed harmed women physically, emotionally, morally, and spiritually.
Thus, it has come to pass.
And has, in many respects, reduced her
That's fucking pretentious.
to the mere instrument for the satisfaction of man's own desires. Consequently, the promotion of contraceptive services, the very goal of the challenged mandate, harms not only women, but it harms society in general by opening wide the way for marital infidelity and a general lowering of moral standards. Responsible men and women cannot deny this truth.
So they just want more pregnant
Fuck everything
teens.
about that statement.
Every single word of that.
Fuck everything about that.
Go
That
fuck
oh
yourself.
my God.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
That is like the
That's like saying
the worst.
A vagina is only for man's pleasure.
Well, not and they tried to turn it into 17th century biblical English. You know,
Thus it has come to pass.
It is exceedingly
I can
horrific.
picture harp music in the background and beams of sunlight.
Do they not get that biologically we are one of the few creatures that has sex for pleasure?
They don't.
No, they don't. They
They do. With
that's why they sit in their
Altar
room
Boys,
and whip themselves like I can't. Bad thoughts.
Yeah.
Bad thoughts.
but Did you guys see the anti-masturbation cross?
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah,
For the kids.
Yeah.
the Velcro strapping your kid down. Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah. That whole statement
Yeah, I know.
just reeks of, well, hypocrisy.
Sure.
Way over and above, of course, but it reeks of women not having the fucking common sense to do what they think. Not even common sense, but to not even allow them to have the right to do what they want.
The right
yeah.
to decide. Yeah, exactly.
That they need some babysitter in the sky to tell them what to do because
Yeah.
they're too fucking stupid to figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out by themselves.
Total objects, for
It's-
sure.
That's on the same page as slut shaming and saying women are raped because of what they wear and
Yeah.
you need to dress different. It's like, no.
I mean, I would
There's
say,
some sick fucks out there that'll rape you no matter what you wear.
That's
Sorry.
so puritanical and hypocritical.
I would say this paragraph encompasses all of that nastiness you just said and then some.
Oh yeah, I mean and I find it funny that why is it all right wing whack job groups always have the words family or freedom in it?
Yeah.
Because family to them means man
That-
at the head of the household.
That statement is like I almost want to print it off and have it framed anytime I need to fuel my rage tank.
Yeah, do it, man.
I wonder if that guy is secretly gay and just feels bad every time he has sex with a woman. So he just doesn't get it.
Michelle Bachmann's husband.
Yes.
Husband.
She probably
That was accidental, but that
she
was
probably
hilarious.
she probably makes him wear that anti-masturbation cross.
I think Sarah Palin has a fa husband too, doesn't she?
Totally unintentional.
Fa husband. It's a great term that
Husband.
we just made up.
Your husband.
I know that
husband.
the Bachman was back in the news recently. I can't remember what the fucking whack job, nutneck job. She was saying something where Fox News actually went, "What?"
Was that Caputo that was who I think it was Neil Caputo.
Neil Cavuto?
Cavuto? Is that-
Yeah, Neil Cavuto. Yeah.
That she was no, let me talk. No, you have now. You gotta let me finish. No.
Oh yeah. You know, you
Shut
gotta
your
wait
cake
now.
hole. Cut her mic off.
Shut your cake hole. She's in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's
she's no longer serving in office anymore. I don't think.
No, she still is, but she's not gonna run again.
Okay.
She's gonna finish her term, and
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
I think Minnesota has woken up.
riddance.
Hopefully.
Well,
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
it's typically fairly, at least in Minneapolis, it's pretty liberal.
That's like
Yeah.
Wisconsin's is a Republican state, but if you go to like Madison or Milwaukee, it's very liberal. But
Yeah, it's all
It's-
the rural areas.
that are very
Kind of, I guess you
In
know.
the rural areas outnumber-
that have been gerrymandered to be more representative of the state.
all the
Right.
farmers that think their land's going to be taken away by the Obamas.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I remember being in a small town in northwest Minnesota, which is about as far from Minneapolis as you can get in that state. And they're all like sugar beet farmers, you know, or whatever they do. And I remember going to a bar and overheard one of the guys talking to his buddies, and he's like, you know, down in the cities, I swear they probably think the fucking milk comes from a curtain, you know? They're fucking idiots. You know, I'm just like, what? No, they don't. They can't think
It
that.
doesn't. It doesn't grow
Right,
on
but I'm
trees.
just saying, it's like those
they
guys
go
are
and pick the milk cartons.
But it's the same way that we like.
Sure, but those guys
who
are-
live in the
I mean,
city
they're
belittle the
voting.
people. Like,
Yeah.
Bet them folks out there in the country never heard of a cell phone. They don't know what them iPhones is, do they? And I just did a whole fucking hickbilly thing. I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
I went
oh,
with it.
you were doing city making fun.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I went with the
yeah.
The accent was the wrong one. It was the hillbilly
was-
that
yeah,
moved to the
okay.
city, and now he's making fun of his hillbilly
No,
friend.
the jokes were good. The jokes. There was a little continuity issue.
Yeah.
That's all. No, it was fine. Because I've really only ever lived in cities until I moved to Utah. But yeah, it's a lot different.
So on my way to Moab, I was struck by how far apart. Like when we had the barbecue for Utah County.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people were saying, "Oh, I'm from SF, I'm from PG, Spanish Fork, and Pleasant Grove, or Provo, or Orem."
Yeah.
Like that's a big fucking stretch of towns, man.
It is. It is. Yeah.
That's
I don't know
like
if
from.
it's not that much different than Salt Lake, though, is it? I mean,
Well,
I know you're not Salt Lake.
No,
I'm just
but I
saying.
mean, it's like stretching from, you know, Ogden to Salt Lake.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Is like Utah County, like
Well-
Orem to fucking
Well, if you go Lehigh to Santa
Spanish Grove or Spanish Fork. That's so.
Well, Spanish isn't even. I mean, if you go Lehigh to Santaquin, which is truly Utah County from north to south, I mean,
That's a big fucking stretch.
That's 45 minutes or an hour. Yeah.
And so to have people come to the barbecue from like that far south, I was like, wow.
And we even had guys like from West Jordan and shit.
Yeah.
You know, they were like kind of in between Salt Lake and Utah County. I mean, they're in the Salt Lake
I think
Valley,
West Jordan was probably closer than...
It could be, yeah.
Well, speaking of that area,
And
not to throw it on
cares
you,
about that.
we got anything going on or coming up at all for that area? I don't want to throw it. I don't want to. That is sort of surprising.
Put you on the spot.
No,
I mean, I know you're working on it. I don't know if there actually was anything coming up or ideas.
Yeah, I'd like to do like a start with a coffee chat or like a Iggy's.
I know
I've
seen you post that
Sundays.
saying.
Did you?
I saw it on Facebook when you had to. I wasn't going to drive all the way down there.
No, I know you weren't, but you were the only one that read it, though. That's the amazing thing. Yeah, I actually went down there and sat by myself for an hour and a half.
Oh, that sucks.
No, that's all right. I forgot it was Father's Day. Oh, that's probably part of it.
Oh, that's where you went south. Yeah,
Your sister didn't even show up.
No.
Oh,
that's right though.
Yeah. Well, I was contacted. Shit, was that today or yesterday? By somebody who is thinking of moving up here from St. George for a job opportunity, and that they would be moving to the Provo area, and they were wondering if there was any coffee chat or anything going on down there. And I was like, well, the Postmos have a pretty big thing every Sunday, but you know, most of them are atheists, but not all of them, and it's Postmos. It's not necessarily an atheist group. And he's like, well, I guess it's better than nothing.
Okay, I will get better. I will get better at this.
I didn't want to throw it on you because I know you're starting off, but I thought we just bring it up to let people know that there is stuff that will be going on, that we're trying to get stuff. You're trying to get stuff going down.
No,
there,
dude, I'm totally cool with putting the pressure
hopper
on, man. That's fine. I'm good with that because I need to get it going.
Yeah,
it's not as hard as I think it is, but it's still tricky.
Well, you did pretty well with that barbecue. I mean, it sounded like you had a pretty good turnout for it.
That was fucking Dan and Tracy, dude.
I mean,
I just was like, "Hey, let's," and they're like, "Okay," and then I'm like, "Okay," and then when everyone showed, there was like 70 people showed up.
That was awesome. I couldn't believe
it was fun.
People
Yeah, it was a good time.
I think it just goes to show that there is a group down there that is looking for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, I got some feedback at the summer solstice party too.
Oh yeah,
yeah, from some Utah Countyers.
Nice.
Who drove all the way up to Clearfield?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's a story that came on the heels of that Supreme Court decision. Washington, D.C., the Supreme Court ruled on Monday that Roman-owned pizza chain Little Caesars was within its rights to place Christian employees in an arena and then unleash starved, vicious lions and lionesses upon them. The court cited religious freedom as its guiding principle. The 5-4 ruling opened the door to potentially thousands of Christian Little Caesar employees nationwide being immediately fed to the top predators of the African savannah.
Right.
I mean, I agree. I mean, we need some good old-fashioned
there's no satire.
entertainment.
Little
If
Caesars,
it was good for the Romans, it's good for us.
Right. Well, that's why Little Caesars is called that. And so, yeah. But Little Caesars argued that the persecution of Christians and the feeding of them to lions, to ravenous big cats, was a deeply held religious belief. That the continued survival of roughly 6,000 Christian employees, as well as the fact that they remained on the company payroll, imposed a substantial financial burden on their religious liberty. The 5 conservative justices agreed. Alito, the author of the majority opinion, wrote, "While it's debatable that some harm may come to any Christians fed to a lion or lioness, there is certainly demonstrable harm being done to these animals that are denied the tasty, nutrient-rich Christians that their diet requires." A Christian employee of the company expressed dismay at the decision.
Dismay.
They're gonna fucking feed me to the motherfucking lion?
But have you been to the zoo lately? Those things look fucking malnourished. They need some Christian in them.
Yeah. But I only ever go to church on, like, Easter, he said, shaking visibly and sweating. Jesus ate crutch on a cracker. I've got a fucking family. Little Caesar owner and CEO, Little Caesar himself, applauded the ruling. When asked how soon his company would be willing to kill off its Christian employees, he responded, "Carpe diem." So,
I saw a similar one with J.C. Penney,
yeah.
and Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, yeah. but I mean, it's a joke. It's obviously satirical, but in reality, that's
what it opens.
That's seriously the effect that this ruling
not to
has.
that extreme, but
Well,
like we're talking earlier, like saying like if a Christian Science group owned an organization that believes in no medicine whatsoever.
That's why I can't
mean,
understand how this actually passed.
I know, but it sounds so fucking caricature and so ridiculous when you read a story like this, but it's not that far away from the actual ruling. I mean, it's you know, but the thing is, it's so convoluted and screwed up because of those fucking old texts, you know, that they adhere to, that it just sounds.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that somebody who is appointed to the highest court in the land would have the good sense to know that if you have to spend an abundance of your time in okaying this law, trying to wrap around it and put in all of these little artifacts, little artifacts, you know, little gotchas, little things here and there that, you know, this is it. We're going to try to limit it to just this. It's only this. It's, you know, it's not a sweeping ruling about anything. It's just these little things. Why are you making this? Why are you going out of your way to make these specific tiny little exceptions for this when clearly you don't need to? Just trash the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you said it. You answered your own thing there. I mean, they're Catholics. They don't have good sense.
Well, but I mean, honestly, I'm just disappointed. I guess it's that whole parental. You know, I'm very disappointed in you that you would go to these lengths to justify what you've done that was really shitty.
Yeah,
but I think it's like you said. They want to take a blow at Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. They want to put a wrinkle in it.
Sure.
That's the only thing they want to do. Like I said before, the Affordable Care Act, birth control for their employees.
It's like a presuppositionalist stance to say, okay, this is what we want. Now, how do we justify it legally? We're going to have to wrap all of this other bullshit around it to try to make this sound legally justified.
Yeah, it's starting with the
and they're only offended when they're told you have to do this, what you're already fucking doing. You're already doing it, but now that you're being told, well, you have to provide it. Oh, you can't tell us we have to provide it. Maybe we don't want to anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, you know, thank God the LDS Church came out recently and, you know, clarified the whole caffeine and hot drinks issue.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because otherwise,
otherwise,
you know, you could have LDS-owned corporations denying their employees the right to have caffeinated sodas.
Did you see what that lady said at the end of that video?
They tried, but it was
stupid.
Still all convoluted and fucked up.
They're always so soft.
They still, I mean, they published this thing.
Who the fuck are their PR people,
attempting,
man? God, they're horrible.
Yeah. Terrible PR people.
Never
they
take
have
a
to know.
stance.
They have to know that what they're doing is just fucking wrong, right? I mean, they have to. At some level, they have to know that what they're doing and saying is just wrong. When they have to jump through all of these fucking hoops to make simple statements, and then have to go back and further clarify and make other statements and add on, like, you have to know at some level that you're just wrong.
So, did you watch the video of it?
No.
In the video, and it's probably the same in the text, there's probably a lot of text of the video, there's a lady in it right near the end, like the last 30 seconds, who was saying that, oh, when I was growing up, that's firmly what we believed. We believed that we weren't allowed to have caffeine, and we were taught to shame everyone that did.
Yeah.
I'm like, right there, the shit you Mormons say you don't fucking do.
Yeah.
She was told she was taught to shame people as a kid who drank caffeine.
We don't shame and ostracize people.
Yep.
We don't do that.
Yep.
It's just what we were taught as children. We don't do that.
I wanted to go to my computer, record that onto it, just play it on a loop. I was taught to shame people. I was taught to shame people. I was taught to shame people.
Yeah. That'd be a
For
great
drinking a soda.
That'd be a great Vine.
I was taught to shame people. I was taught to shame people. I was taught to shame people.
I'm a Mormon, and I was taught to shame people.
But yeah, you didn't see that. So they released this whole thing about trying to clarify caffeinated anything.
They're
caffeine usage and hot drinks and sodas and everything. So they still so they clarified and said, well, you know, it's hot drinks according to the
tea and
DNC.
coffee.
Yeah, it's hot drinks, and I think actually the DNC says strong drink, doesn't it? It doesn't even say hot.
I think it says both.
Anyway, so they say, well, it's hot drinks, and so no coffee, no tea, and it doesn't matter if it has caffeine in it or not. So now you've got all of these Mormons who, were like, okay, well, I can have tea as long as it doesn't have caffeine. I can have, hot green tea. I can have, whatever, so long as it doesn't have caffeine. Well, no, now you can't because it's hot drink.
Yeah.
And then
what about hot chocolate?
Well, I was going to say one of the comments
they're
was
big on that.
huge hot chocolate drink
or hot apple cider.
Yeah, hot apple cider,
Right.
exactly.
That's
I
right.
remember having that at like church firesides.
It's hot
and
drink.
shit. Yeah.
Or what about feeding your baby warm formula or milk with honey?
That's warm.
Or even just hot lemon water if you're not feeling well.
Sure, yeah.
Hot
What if they
water with
accidentally-
Herbal teas.
Yeah, well, yeah, none of that.
What if
It's
they
hot
accidentally
drink.
consume some
Really?
water while
And
taking
so
a hot
they-
shower?
So they published this thing trying to clarify the use of caffeine and really just muddied the waters even more.
Oh, God.
Which
I mean,
which the LDS churches want to do on just about every fucking topic.
Yeah, they do that and with the upcoming mass resignation, they got to be really careful about caffeine because if they alienate their Diet Coke drinkers, because those fucking people are rabid about their Diet Coke.
I'll bet Utah sets the market for diet uncaffeinated drinks.
Yeah.
Saying that
Or diet caffeinated.
Yeah.
in that video, they're also at BYU, and they're like, "Oh yeah, everything here on campus is all non-caffeine,
Non-caffeine, yeah.
because that's just the way we want it." It's like, wait, I remember last year when there was a shitstorm that came out because someone accidentally put in a vending machine
That's
with
right, I forgot
normal
about that.
soda, and
Yeah.
you guys blew the fuck up in rage about it.
What's going on at BYU?
We're not allowed to talk.
There's caffeinated drinks in the soda machine.
They were like ready to fucking die. Like, it's the second coming of Jesus.
Satan has invaded BYU through the use of soda fountains.
There's that voice again. What the hell is it?
I don't know. It's just that dumb thing. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
dude,
I forgot
it's-
about that.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing the shit that those naive fucking people get up crazy about. Like, a caffeinated soda vending machine in their college campus. That's the biggest problem they have in the world.
Would it be fun just to
Jesus.
someday grab like the most caffeinated sodas we can find and just walk around the campus drinking them
And put them in a
openly?
pillowcase and just whack.
I miss
not that.
Jolt.
Oh, I remember
Jolt
that.
was great.
Yeah, it probably gave us all cancer.
Yeah. I was going to say too, like you were talking about the convoluted answers that the Mormon Church always gives, even when they're official
attempting to
PR.
clarify
Yeah.
something.
And like and I just keep thinking in my mind, and this is something I told my son the other day, that the truth has nothing to hide from inquiry.
Yeah.
Ask an atheist why they think, and tell me you don't get fucking absolutely thrown up on with all kinds of reasons why they think the way they think. And then ask a fucking Mormon and a Baptist and a Catholic, and you'd never fucking know what the hell. They just give you all kinds of, but
Nothing is above judgment.
It's
right.
It's trying to nail Jello to a wall. You can't.
Right. Exactly.
You can't get them.
Lime Jello.
Yeah, you can't get them. You can't get them to specify much of anything at all.
No.
And any further inquiry that would challenge what they've just said always devolves to them just saying, "Well, it's just a personal thing. I don't want to talk about it anymore."
Yeah.
No,
It's
you
really
don't
not-
want
it's
to
really
think
not
about
nice.
it
Yeah,
anymore.
You don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really not nice to make fun of my religion.
I don't fucking
I
care
don't
if you
care
think it's nice or not.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, that's the common answer I get. It's like,
I know.
Why are you insulting my religion? Like, I'm not.
Because it should be. It should be fucking mocked
Yeah.
into extinction.
If it's that ridiculous,
like I said at the beginning of the
worthy
episode.
ridicule.
It's no different than you coming and telling me that you believe there's such
And
a thing as
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot.
yes.
I
Or-
would tease you to no end.
And anybody else would too.
Yeah. And be perfectly justified in doing
And
so.
be totally justified.
because what you think is ridiculous.
But believing in one of the
worthy of
billions of
ridicule.
sky daddies is perfectly normal.
That's look, Bigfoot is way more plausible.
Yeah. You could
Way more
actually
plausible.
touch a Bigfoot if he was found.
I don't believe it. I think it's a bunch of horseshit too, but it's more plausible because we
It can
already
be
know
proven.
about primates
Yeah.
that have bodies and hair and exist in the wild. you know, that aren't ethereal, timeless, spaceless entities we know nothing about and can never
And
talk
resemble
to.
something tangible.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's this thing you're supposed to love, but you've never met. You don't even know what the fuck it is, but you love it more than your family. Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster before that shit.
Yeah.
It's worthy of ridicule.
I can't remember the comedian skit who does it, where he's like, he talks about being an atheist and dying and going to heaven, and he goes, well, what are you going to do if you actually get to the gates of heaven and see God? He's like, no, I'd ask him, hey, dude, I lived a good life, and I've been nice to people. Do I get in? And God said, no. He'd be like, well, you fucking dick. I wouldn't want to be in here anyways if you were fucking going to be that way.
Yeah.
Fucking, I've been a good person. You're not going to let me in because I didn't fucking bow to your every fucking
Right.
need.
And that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how they think it is. Yeah.
Which is-
you get in on gullibility, not on your character.
I still agree with George Carlin. Don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Or was that Jim Jeffries? I think
That
they both
sounds more
say
like
it.
Jeffries.
It sounds more like Jeffries.
Yeah. Jeffries would
Oh, I
say
think George
cunt,
Carlin said, don't be
probably.
an asshole.
Don't be a dick or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And they had Jim Jeffries, one rule was don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Cunt. Yeah.
That sounds much more like Jeffries.
Yeah.
Especially with that word.
Well, and that reminds me of the little screen grab I got today. There's the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
Yeah, I saw that.
That does fantastic work.
Yeah. Lots
I'm
of
a
good work.
huge fan. And I pulled up Facebook and was scrolling through my news feed today and happened to see a suggested page for me because one of my friends, and I crossed it out on the thing, I'm not sure why. Probably just because I didn't want people giving him a bunch of shit, but nobody listens to this podcast anyway, so...
That's not true.
No, that's not true. I
got
know
about
we've got
four.
some listeners. I'm being a dick. So it was one of my friends had liked this page that was suggested to me, and I thought, why in the fuck would that person like that? And then I thought, what are they doing over there? Like, they're going to be causing some trouble. But it's the Freedom from Atheism Foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so it's
poor
this
persecuted
scenic
Christians.
thing with a guy down on one knee, his head bowed, his hands clasped in prayer, and the caption
a silhouette in front of a sunset.
yeah, just a silhouette in front of a sunset, and the caption is, "Tired of having your faith mocked and ridiculed? You are not alone. The Freedom from Atheism Foundation."
Oh God.
And I got the screen grab and I posted a the fixed it for you.
Yeah.
And my quote was, "Tired of having your faith mocked and ridiculed? Stop believing in that which is so easily mocked and ridiculed."
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? No. You know what? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. They've had 2,000 years of burning us alive, putting us in prisons, murdering
Beating
us,
us.
killing our kids. Fuck that. We get a turn.
Destruction of societies.
Yeah. Throwing us into the dark ages. Kiss my ass. We get a fucking turn.
Yeah.
We don't get 20 years and you say, wah, fuck, we want it back. No, kiss my fucking ass, you Christian piece of shit.
You've had 2,000 years to reconcile your disparate
And you've
beliefs.
done nothing.
To reconcile your disparate beliefs into one cohesive unit that could prove
Yeah.
the existence of
Yeah.
the God you choose to worship, and instead it just becomes more and more fractured, more and more splintered, more and more irrelevant every fucking day.
Yeah. No, fuck you guys. Kiss my ass. We want a shot.
I'm taking it you guys are Family Guy fans.
Sure,
No,
I like
I'm
Family
not.
Guy.
I'm not
No,
done
no.
yet. I'm not done yet. No,
I gotta
look,
fight
I
till
want
it's
to. I want to
funny.
I want to keep fighting this fight.
Oh, we
until
are.
We get a shot at the White House, and we can put Islam down, and we can bring fucking Christianity to its knees. And I don't care about Judaism that much. They don't even give a shit. They don't proselytize or anything. But I want to.
They got their own grocery
I want
stores.
those fucking bastards sucking dick while we sit there and we get to call the shots for a while, and they can fucking deal with that because they've had long enough to make it work, and they've fucked it over, and now they're bitching and complaining because we got a little movement going. So I'm not done.
Well,
Anyway,
and
Family Guy, go ahead.
And
Ryan.
they equate denial. They equate
Sorry,
denial
I had
of
a rant. I don't know why I hadn't seen that post, but that just really fucking drove me nuts. I don't know what that just drove me nuts.
Well, we were talking
dude.
about it earlier. We're saying like, oh, I'm being persecuted. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just sat and read 5 pages
Yeah.
of Hobby Lobby ruling and those, and you put
And
that
they-
up, and I'm like, oh my god, my Irish came out.
I think it was the 9th beer.
So they and they equate denial of special privilege with denial of equal access to different things.
Or
and
persecution.
They equate it with persecution.
Yeah.
You're not being fucking persecuted. You're not getting the special privileges that you've enjoyed for the last 2,000 fucking years.
Correct. Yeah. You've had special treatment for forever.
And
now that we're saying, hey, well, we want a shot. We want equal ground here for all people.
We want the option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, when I say when we are actually at a truly secular state where, you know, religion is a thing of the past. You know, people have moved beyond it because they realize what a horrible fucking thing it is. It's not that atheists are going to walk around and burn people who are religious at the stake. We're not going to go around and round them up and put them in special camps or torture them or beat them or whatever. Sure, we'll fucking still mock the shit out of them for believing in stupid shit.
We won't do that.
But you can still have your church. You can still have your belief. But guess what? That church sure as shit's going to be fucking taxed.
I think the thing is, I mean, I hear you saying that, I agree.
You want to talk about persecution? We're not going to persecute anybody.
No,
I can't imagine that would ever happen.
No, I agree.
Equal grounds.
I totally understand what you're saying, but you lost me the step before that because I think you're more optimistic than me. I don't think we're going to be in that position ever. I really don't think that it's going to, I mean,
eventually, it may not be within our lifetimes or even our children's lifetimes, but
I think eventually
we're making huge strides.
Yeah.
Christianity,
but there'll be a backlash.
Will go the way of
there always is.
mythology.
And we'll see how it well.
And it
but then
flows
what else comes up, and you know.
But that's the only other fear is that when it does go, another one might replace it. Like fucking Scientology.
Our grandkids are going to pray into fucking Deepak Chopra.
No,
you know what I mean? I was going to migrate into that bull.
He's going to lose his million and not be able to work anymore.
Million? God, he's worth many millions.
No, did you see that his bet he put out because of the Amazing Randy always had his $1 million bet if he could do something. Well, he put something out where he said
some sort of proof.
Well, here is $1 million if you can prove your theory of what was it? I can't remember what it was. He's basically proving that he's fake. You know, hey, prove that there is none of this stuff, this mojo.
I mean,
or was it? That's maybe I can't remember what it was. It's very Deepak Chopra-ish.
Because
proving the soul or some fucking
all of
bullshit.
his claims,
that the quantum mechanics of moving the faith and believing in these things. If you want the good to go out, you give the good out, and it comes back to you.
You put it to the universe, it comes back. You mix it all together. It's all we all one. There's quantum entanglement. There's another. The thing is, none of his stuff is falsifiable. All of his claims are unfalsifiable, so it's an easy thing to do.
That's what religion is, making unfalsifiable claims, something you cannot prove right or wrong. Making something so outlandish that people are like, yeah, it's got to be true.
Well,
but that's why it's not like the Randy claim at all.
They try to make it that way, and they try to make it that way, and they constantly fail.
Yeah.
And then when they're called out on different things, it's the God of the gaps and this.
Well, you
this
just need to believe.
Yeah, this ever receding belief in a deity who. 2,000 years ago, we believed that somebody was throwing lightning bolts down at us and was causing someone was lifting the sun into the sky and pushing it down at night and lifting the moon up and the world was on the back of a turtle. All this kind of stupid shit that we now know is
I thought it was
false.
It was a Vikings I thought that believed it was an evil sky god that was like a wolf or something that would block out the sun during a lunar eclipse. And they would scream and yell at the top of their lungs to fight
Scared
it back.
away. Ah!
And they believed if they yelled loud enough, it would leave. The evil, wolf demon would leave.
They yell long enough, it eventually changes.
Sure does.
See, we did that.
That's what they believe. For centuries, they believed by screaming at an eclipse that it was scaring away the demons.
Sure.
But,
why wouldn't you? You've just seen proof that it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
They obviously did not science.
They did not science.
They did not science.
Yeah. Well, correlation versus causation came in a little later, but
yeah.
Which is what I was gonna reference that with the caffeine thing. When the Eat Good Shit book came out,
When
fucking,
the Eat Good Shit book
the live right fucking
What
Mormon.
the hell is that?
When Joseph Smith said
Oh,
the
the
ways
eat-
to live your fucking to eat right and fucking live right.
I couldn't tell if you were going Eat, Pray, Love.
I just heard eat good shit.
The
And I'm
Eat
like,
Good Shit book came out.
Eat good shit translates to live healthy life.
You're talking about the word of wisdom.
Word of wisdom. There we go.
The wow.
Was caffeine really even a known substance at that time in the 1800s?
I don't know if it was or not.
I don't know if it was individual. I mean, I'm sure they had coffee maybe and stuff like that.
They did, but did they
But
know,
they didn't know that
of the
they
actual
I don't know. I don't
caffeine,
know
the
if it-
actual...
You know, so that dumb motherfucker that I mentioned at work, and I say dumb
I
motherfucker
don't
with
think so.
with the best of intentions.
We always do when we say
he's-
motherfucker.
I mean, he's by all accounts, he's a nice guy. He does what he thinks is right. He's just really fucking ignorant, you know. But I
Yeah.
mean, he's honestly one of the sweetest guys I know. I mean, he'd do just about anything for you. But he's just so
Really?
ignorant and so dumb about
him my
so many
number.
different things.
A lot of things he could do for
Give
me.
him my number.
Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
two.
True.
But when he, you know, I asked him one day, he was at work and he was like, "Oh, I'm really tired. It's a good thing I've got these caffeine pills." And I'm like, "Caffeine pills?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were supposed to have caffeine." He's like, "Oh no, you can have caffeine. You just can't have coffee." And I said, "Well, why? What is it about coffee that makes it that you can't have it?" And he sat there for a second, like, well, oh yeah, it's the tannins. The tannins in
tannic
coffee
acid, yeah.
are really, really bad for you.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's got a Coke sitting on his sitting on
is
his
way
desk, and I'm
worse.
like, okay, sure,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
let's go with that then.
The tannin.
Continue, please continue on your merry way,
Right.
you ignorant fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
what?
that Eat Good Shit book and
Yeah. I mean, it teaches them to eat good shit.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got weak. I got
No, that was it, though.
What?
Saying that was caffeine even a known substance at that time? There was, like, soda wasn't really around, like, I want to think soda
don't
wasn't
think-
around until the early
I wanna say no.
1900s. or
I'm going to throw a guess out and say no.
So my question is, if it was around at that time, soda was around, they knew the substance of caffeine in soda, do you think they would have put it in the book as banned?
I don't. Well, you would think that a book that is divinely inspired would know these things anyway.
Sure. But I mean, the thing
But
is,
God didn't actually invent it yet, so he would have confused the shit out of them if he
Well,
would have
so-
told them no soda.
But no, here was my thought process on that, and this is gonna help your case. But when Coca-Cola started, they put fucking cocaine in that, not caffeine.
Yeah,
It was fucking cocaine.
that's why it's Coca.
Right, and that happened after Joseph Smith.
Yes.
And so cocaine in soda was fine until it wasn't,
Yeah.
and then it was caffeine instead of cocaine. So my bet is caffeine was not a well-known or understood substance when Joseph Smith was alive. So
That's
no,
my thought.
It was not going to be in the Eat Good Shit book at all.
The Eat Good Shit book didn't know about caffeine at the time.
I mean, cocaine would have still been fine in the
Did
Eat
you
Good
say
Shit
eat
book.
shit good?
Eat shit good, good shit eat.
Did he say that or did I say?
I know, I thought I said eat good shit.
Maybe.
Eat
I
Good
don't
Shit
know.
book. Eat Shit Good book.
Eat shit good. Do you mean eat shit well?
Yes.
Or eat good shit?
Always eat good shit.
Eat shit well, too often. I don't know what that means. I turned like Arabic all of a sudden.
Well,
Yeah, and it made me think of really gross things.
yeah.
Why
Well,
would you need to chew
but I
that?
mean, also in the Word of Wisdom, it talks about not eating meat very often. You know, only eat it sparingly
Sparingly.
in times of basically famine
Yeah, like in
or
winter.
great need.
Yeah.
And yeah, tell that to any
Yeah.
LDS person around the state of Utah.
Yeah.
who's-
The ones that go out and kill 1,100 pounds of elk every
Yeah.
November.
yeah, and then eat that shit every fucking day.
Yeah.
And I know more people in
And
this
buy
state
hamburgers at Walmart still.
Yeah.
that buy cows to have slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in a farming state.
Yeah.
Nobody bought cows to have it slaughtered and bought into their basement.
Yeah, Utah's weird.
They don't
though.
like
I
the
mean,
fresh shit. We're all about that.
Well, I think there's too many people that have too much beer in their garages in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
That could be.
I mean, and see that opens a whole new can. I mean, I'm not a vegetarian, you know, and I've listened to Dillahunty a whole bunch of times say there's no ethical argument for vegetarianism, but I've never heard him make a case for it.
No ethical argument for
Against
like
it,
to say
or-
to
No,
be
no. There's-
vegetarian.
He eats meat and he
Yes.
thinks it's fine, and he says there's no ethical argument
for vegetarianism.
I think,
And I disagree.
I disagree with that
I
too.
think he's wrong. I think he's just. I think he likes meat, and I think he's just fucking wrong on that one.
How does he dismiss all of the arguments that
Just
do
by
exist?
saying that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've never heard him make an argument. Like I said, I've never heard him make an argument against the ethical vegetarian position.
I've never heard him say anything about it either way. So
Yeah,
I was just wondering.
He said it
seriously,
a few times. A few times he said
Because
that,
I know several people who are vegetarian or vegan not because they don't like meat or they think it's super harmful or really unhealthy.
Right.
It's their argument is that it's unethical.
It's ethical, yeah. But the reason why I said that and it stuck out to me is because he's a really fantastic philosophical debater.
Yeah,
and
he really is.
And he is. And I think he just misses this one. I think it's an emotional position for him. I think on this one he's wrong, and I think. Look, I'm not a vegetarian. Like I said, I do eat meat mostly because I'm a lazy piece of shit. That's really why.
And it tastes fucking delicious.
Bacon is
I don't
awesome.
really. But I've never hunted. I don't hunt. I don't trap.
I think I could see where he's coming from a little bit.
Yeah, shoot. Go ahead.
If he is saying that vegetarians are trying to stop everyone from eating meat, there is no justifiable claim they have to stop everyone or force you to become a vegetarian.
I was going to say too, the other thing that I've heard about it on the flip side is, to argue against eating of meat as being unethical is to say that it's perfectly fine and ethical then to grow gardens and use, machinery to go and reap what you've sown and gather the corn or the wheat or the carrots or whatever, to have all of this out in the field while trampling mice and insects and everything else that happens to be in the field as well. You're still killing a shit ton of organisms either way. Yeah. One may just be larger and or cuter.
Well,
I've heard of deer being caught in combines.
Oh my god,
it happens.
That's a mess.
I bet it does.
They're sleeping. Fucker didn't get up in time.
Oy.
Yeah. But I think it's more than larger and or cuter. I mean, they have vastly more complex nervous systems and emotional systems. I mean, they feel anxiety and pain and all. Where insects, it's still not known if.
Well, but then you can go rats, mice.
Sure. Yeah.
Groundhogs, anything else, any other of the larger furry mammals that may be out there.
Well, not only that, you're destroying their habitat in order to put that farm in place, and you're keeping them out of it. So they don't eat your
So I wonder
food.
if that's where he says that there's no...
I don't know. I've never heard him say.
Weighted,
yeah. I mean...
Like, how do you weight the two between each other?
I mean, obviously, I guess it's
because I've heard that argument against, people say that it's unethical to eat meat, and then other people say, well, why is this any more ethical? Because you're still killing other things. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you want to be a Jane growing your own garden somewhere where you're not harming anything to as great an extent as possible. How can you say that that's any more ethical than this, other than this is larger and or cuter?
Sure. I guess my position is more like excessive or unnecessary pain and harm. Like with, I don't know, like the way Tyson Chicken operates or, some of the huge factory farms.
It's sad the way they operate.
That I don't have, I'm not totally on board with that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was odd because it was the one case where I've heard him bring it up a few times and make no case for it at all.
Yeah.
It just sound, but yeah, I mean, you guys have said, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it just seems to be a huge gray area.
I used to be a big hunter doing deer hunting and duck hunting and pheasant hunting. And
are you serious?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh yeah.
I used to go hunting.
I don't anymore, though.
You know how to shoot guns? What are you talking about?
A little bit. I'm a fairly good.
I don't believe any of
I'm
this.
I'm an all right shot.
I'm a very good shot, actually.
I am.
I got a whole house full of guns. If you want to go shooting some weekend,
we should go sometime.
We should have a Godless Rebelution shooting weekend. We'll make a video out of it.
Matt will be really uncomfortable the whole time.
The only thing is, I will require is we need a little less of this when the guns are out.
Yes,
then after the guns go away, we can have a lot more of it.
I agree with that.
Motioning toward the beer, sure.
Yes.
I would just if I had an intruder come into my house and I had like a fucking
AK-47
Smith & Wesson 357, say.
I got a 357. I got some ammo right in my car phone right now.
I would be better off fucking throwing that thing at the guy's head than trying to shoot him with
I would prefer a taser or a dog.
Yeah.
Well, sure. A dog.
Taser-
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Well, a taser, you get one shot. If you miss, you fucked up.
Not necessarily. Well, depends on the taser. And a taser will also work on the extremities. If I happen to
Yeah.
hit you in the arm,
Yeah, yeah.
you're still going to fucking go down.
Right.
What about one of them old-timey pirate
And
guns?
I
just-
won't kill you or
blunderbuss?
Yeah,
I
I
won't,
had
I
blunderbuss.
won't kill you or
flintlock
accidentally
blunderbuss.
kill someone else who
Right.
happens. I won't kill somebody by mistake.
You know what? This has been my dream. If I ever have an estate, my fucking guard animals, I'm gonna have 2 spotted hyenas. Because who the fuck is coming in? Nobody's fucking
You
with
won't come in.
You won't go.
No,
to
no,
your
no.
house.
Okay, so I'm
You'll
gonna
come
have,
home someday. They'll get out of their fucking cage by the front door. You're like,
Are you going to have a dry
homes for
moat?
sale.
A dry moat filled with hyenas?
basically, yeah. So I'm gonna have 8 foot chain link fences, like 13 feet apart, ringing. I mean, if someone
Filled
wants to
with
come
hyenas.
in, yeah, if someone wants to come in, they're gonna have to go between those 2 fences that's filled with starving spotted hyenas.
That would work.
That would work, right?
Well, they say the greatest detriment to anybody invading your home is a dog. And it doesn't even matter what size of dog. You could have a fucking chihuahua. And that would keep people
Because they're noisy.
away from your house.
I keep my yard
because it
well
alerts
lit.
people. Yeah.
A well-lit yard, people aren't going to be sneaking around the front trying to find a way to break in or get around the side of it.
Twice and you guys are get it.
You have a
We
TV
have
tank, man.
adult bladders. Okay, so those who don't know, who don't sit here every week, since Matt has now walked away from the mic, we can talk
For the
about
second
it.
time.
For the second time. Matt pees a lot. Like,
a lot. Maybe, well, no, I mean, volume-wise, I think
I've
I'm
had
still,
4 beers. He's on his 4th beer.
No, he threw a couple in the garbage before
Oh.
we came down.
I mean, down here, though, I only see 4 empties sitting over there. Don't worry, Matt, they can't hear you right now.
Well, and I'm speaking volumetric-wise. Like, I have
Oh, yeah.
my 2 giant cocktail glasses here.
I mean, those have got to be, 16-ounce cups?
no,
18?
more than that. I would say these are 24 or 30.
I think they're 24?
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah, because I
I was just going by...
Because I pour a shit ton of ice and
Yeah.
alcohol and then a 12-ounce can of stuff in there, so...
I'm cool with you making fun of me for peeing a lot, but you're not going to tell me I had 4 fucking beers. I got here and I had half a cocktail.
No, I mean down here.
No, I had half a cocktail glass of Jaeger. And then
How
I
much
had-
pee
then
does that make?
And then I had that cup.
How much pee does
then I
that
had
make?
that.
I would
I
say
had
that
that-
would still be half a cocktail glass.
Okay.
Then I had that cocktail glass of whatever that stuff was, that vanilla citrus stuff or whatever.
Another half a pee.
Oh, did you have the Tuaca?
No, you don't get to decide how much.
Did you have
4
the
beers?
Did you have the Tuaca then? Was that it? The Tuaca?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
What'd you
I've
think?
had 4 beers
good.
down
Yeah?
here. Like you've had 4 beers down here. That's what I was judging it off of.
Okay, and then I had 3 beers after that up there, and then I had 4 beers down here.
You just can't hold your liquor in your bladder.
Okay, so I'm
Maybe you're super.
So I'm
maybe you're super hydrated. Like
That
you
might
drink
be
a lot
it,
of
too.
water throughout the day.
all
and
day
stuff.
long. I
Yeah.
drink ice water.
Yeah,
You've
That might be it, too.
obviously never flown on a 10-hour flight and not wanted to use the bathroom. You can really expand your bladder taking a few of those flights.
Okay.
drink some coffee ahead
Anyway.
of time. Pee just before you get on the plane. You're golden.
Well, I'm fine with taking a couple peas after 7 shots of Jaeger and 7 beers or whatever. And a cocktail, that's fine.
I've always been the one guy that can go out drinking an entire night and not piss till he gets home.
Yeah, because you have 4 beers in 3 hours.
And you haven't broken the seal. Once you break the seal,
yeah,
it's-
that's
you're
that's
done.
why you're fucked.
Yeah.
I might get
You
home.
break the seal.
I might get home and pee for 5 minutes straight.
What does break the seal mean? Should we go down this road again?
Well, it's just that once you go, you're going to be going all the time.
I know what that means. All right, cool.
What were we talking about
Holy
before we got
shit!
derailed
I don't
here?
know.
I did start a story, but
He had to pee. I'm sorry.
that was gold.
do you mean the first time? Because that was like an hour ago.
Yes, I can
Okay, all right.
continue.
I'll accept. Just so you guys know, I did smile somewhat when he said the.
All right.
What was this subject again? We're on right now?
Actually, I did not start this one.
Okay.
During the Hobby Lobby hullabaloo, there was actually a couple pieces of really good news coming out of the Supreme Court that were obscured by the maelstrom. First, California's bill that banned gay conversion therapy on people under 18 had made it up to the Supreme Court. I don't know how that got that far, but yesterday the court declined to hear it. This means the Ninth Circuit's ruling stands.
Well, they've
What was
already
the
heard it
Ninth
once
Circuit's
before,
ruling?
I think.
That
That conversion therapy is
does
some
not work.
harmful fucking shit.
yeah, they
Yeah.
can't they can't do that.
Didn't the Supreme Court hear it when, for some reason I want to say New Jersey had it come up a couple years ago where they're trying to force it through. They said, no, it's not ethical to do that to people, so no,
Well,
we're
and
not
it's
going to
been
let you do it.
debunked as being purely
Yeah.
batshit
Yeah, it's
insane.
totally
I mean,
bullshit.
it doesn't fucking work.
Right.
It doesn't work. Anybody
and
who
it's
says that
cruel.
they've gone through conversion therapy and have been healed is lying.
Yeah.
They're lying and suppressing their natural
Themselves.
desires.
Right. But the other case had to do with the ACLU's attempt to get the 29-foot cross off public land in the Mount Soledad case. Judges have constantly sided with plaintiffs, ruling that the cross is illegal and must be removed or sold to the highest bidder. The cross may be dismantled. The cross may be sold to third party and physically transferred off the public land, and an Episcopal church located within a few hundred feet from the present location of the cross has agreed to place it on its property. The government may hold an auction and sell the parcel of land with the cross to the highest bidder, but none of these have been acceptable to the defendants, who seem to think that if the cross isn't on federal land, to the exclusion of other religious symbols, of course, then the cross somehow loses its meaning.
What?
Yes, they're arguing that if their religion doesn't get access to public land to spread its religion, it's somehow a matter of discrimination and not of denying a group special privilege over other Americans.
No religion should have the right to put up any
We're
religious
being
symbol on
repressed!
Yeah, again, back to what we were talking about before I had to pee the second time.
True story.
Anyway, the defendants in this case tried to leapfrog the Ninth Circuit, which is full of liberal, commie activist judges,
Oh, fuck.
and go straight to the SCOTUS, which is notorious for ruling in favor of religion. Thankfully, the Supreme Court told them no.
Yeah, I mean,
They weren't going to rule on it. Which
That's
was
the law.
That just seemed like it would be too obvious.
See, and that's how I thought that the whole Hobby Lobby thing
Yeah.
would go down.
Yeah, this one was more convoluted, though, you know what I mean? And with all those fucking kiddly diddlers on that Supreme Court.
well, I
just
think
thought
with
they're
this
gonna-
one, there's more of a precedent.
Kiddly diddlers.
Kiddly.
But,
There's more of a precedent of taking crosses off of public land that
Yeah.
were illegally erected.
there's that, and
Thank
Catholics
you,
are like,
Utah.
eh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Utah, for helping set that precedent.
Did
that
they?
precedent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the highway
officers.
patrol
I know,
crosses.
there's still a whole row of highway patrol crosses that I go by on I-15 on the way up here every
They
On
put them on
private
private
property.
Is it on
property.
private?
on private property, and it does not carry the official insignia of the
yeah.
Utah Highway Patrol.
It's just names.
I'd have...
Now,
I'd have to
here's
see.
my only hope with those, that the names on those crosses were approved by the family to have a cross put up with the name of the deceased.
I'm sure they all were.
Because I know if I were a cop and I died and they said, can we put up a cross? My family would go fuck yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they all were. And it's not that they, it's not that a cross has been erected for every single
No.
Utah Highway Patrol
Yeah, of
officer
course.
who has died in the line of duty either. These were monuments, religious monuments
Yes.
set up to honor these officers.
What's its...
And I think, that if they want to have a monument to honor these officers, they should absolutely be able to have one. But it cannot be a religious
Monument.
monument on public land.
There's one in Ogden that's for firefighters, cops, everything. And for that monument, it's a big granite slab with the names going around it. And it's got a firefighter up on a knee, and the other firefighter is kind of grabbing him around the shoulder. That's all it is.
Yeah. It doesn't have to
No
be...
religious significance.
They don't need to have religious iconography to denote that somebody lost their life in the line of duty. I mean, and they don't have to have that on public property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to have that, fine, do it on private property. Or you can erect a non-religious monument possibly on public property. But you can't
right.
mix the two. There's a
granite
separation of
obelisk
church and state.
with the names on it.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
And for how long is that going to be the case, I wonder, I mean, just the slide toward allowing all of that mixture of of church and state just seems to be underway. I mean, I don't mean to be the skeptic or the cynic in this group, although I often play that role.
The cynic, sure. The skeptic, well, you're surely a skeptic. I think it's more a cynic. I think that's more a cynical stance than a skeptical stance. And I would point to the huge strides that we're making as far as secular activism. That, people are realizing that a lot of the things that have gone on because of tradition are bullshit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it's gone on for 200 or 400 or 600 or 2,000 years. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It doesn't matter how long it's gone on.
Well,
Slavery was wrong. Denying black people access to things was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Denying women the vote was wrong.
Well, I agree with all that, but it seems to me like the people who rule for what's going to be legal in this country are taking some steps backward at this point.
I like to think that it's kind of, at least in some small part, it's the death throes of a lot of this bullshit line of thinking. It's the death rattle of a lot of this type of religious bullshit.
Was that episode 1 or was that episode 2 where we talked about slaying the dragon and the final flails of its tail as it's on its way out are the most violent parts of the fight?
I don't remember.
I think we didn't do an episode on that. I don't know. I don't remember that story,
I think it was 1 or 2.
It sounds cool, but I don't remember if it was in 1 or 2 or
I'm
if
not
we have
surprised
discussed it.
you guys don't remember it. I mean, I said it, so...
Okay.
I mean, hold on. I'll finish that thought. I'll finish that after I pee.
All right.
No, but it was just a... I mean, I basically I said it right there, but I mean, when slaying the dragon, the worst part is right before it dies. When it starts to really flail and the tail gets whipping around, and that's when you get all the backlash and the desperation, and so maybe.
And I think we're seeing that, and I also think we're seeing an awakening of the populace that you can't sit back, you can't sit idle, you can't not participate, you can't not be an active participant in the world that's going on around you. And it pisses me off whenever I hear people say, "Oh, I don't vote. I don't vote because it doesn't matter."
Right.
That's the kind of shit that the people who run contrary to whatever you want to have happen are banking on.
Do.
They want you to sit home. They want you to not vote. Mm-hmm. It makes me so fucking mad when I hear people say, "Well, I don't vote because it doesn't fucking matter." Oh, do you think that not voting is going to make a fucking difference?
Right.
Do you think that not voting has the same efficacy as prayer?
Yeah, sure.
It's going to do the same fucking thing because you're not actively participating in the world around you.
Especially when you look
if you want to make a change, these people don't get voted into office based on nobody not voting. They're voted there because of the people who get out there and fucking vote.
Yeah.
If you want to make a difference, get out there and fucking vote. Make your voice heard.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at voter turnouts, they're low. I mean, the numbers are saying for this area, maybe 35% or... It's not.
It kills me that the U.S. has such a low fucking voter turnout. You go to these third world countries where 70, 80, 90% of the populace turns out to fucking vote.
Where you have...
And the U.S., we all sit on our asses and go, it doesn't really affect me or it doesn't matter. Fuck you. Get off your fucking ass and go and vote, you lazy motherfucker.
So basically, if we had a large group of atheists and people who are more of... want to see the change happen, go out and actually vote for the very first time and throw up and get huge voter representation numbers in there, get huge amounts of people voting, you could actually fucking sway it.
We'll never get an atheist in office. You know why? Because you won't get off your fucking ass and go and vote.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. I'm getting a little fiery because that shit really, really fucking bothers me.
No, it's fine. We all got things. I mean, I just went on a random minute, but
you're not allowed to complain about something if you don't take part in it.
I can complain all I want because I didn't have any part in it. So then whatever happens wasn't my fault at all. Yeah. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I tell guys at work. I'm like, they'll be like, "No, fuck Obama, fuck this Congress, fuck this." I'm like, "Did you vote?" "No." "Well, you're not fucking helping."
Yeah.
If you voted and you voted the other way, I can go, "Yeah, sorry, dude. At least you showed up."
Yeah.
At least you showed up to fucking play.
You tried.
I still have I mean, I don't understand how people can say fuck Obama. You know, not because I agree with everything Obama's done, but the fact is he hasn't been able to do anything he wants to do at all because he's been blocked by fucking Republicans.
Did you hear what he said today?
Republicans should love Obama because he hasn't done shit. Because they've stopped everything he wants to do.
Worst Congress ever.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear?
Done anything. It's the least active Congress in the history of the United States.
By a long ways, yeah.
I saw huge margin.
Oh, yeah. Just by the amount of bills they've passed. I saw an article today where Obama said,
to stop Obama.
Oh, yeah. I saw an article today where he said, sue me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up
he's talking to John
fucking
Boehner.
sue me.
Yeah.
John Boehner.
Bring it, Boehner.
And at the same time, he's like, guess what? I'm looking for approval for even more executive orders because you guys won't do your job.
Have you guys seen...
I have my team of attorneys actively studying what I can do just because you won't get off your fucking asses and do anything.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is fucking awesome. He's actually taking charge.
Yeah. I will now do whatever I possibly fucking can because you people won't act.
Have you seen that little clip where Boehner and Obama... I mean, it was a couple years ago when they were kind of getting along a little better, but Boehner and Obama were at some public dinner or something or other, and Obama kind of ripped his little fucking spray tanning ass. Did you see that one? Where Obama gets up there and he's like, you know, me and John got a lot in common. We're both men of color. Everyone had a good. It was pretty funny.
And you actually do a good Obama impression.
Oh, thanks, man.
That was a pretty good Obama.
Was it?
For sure, yeah.
Was it?
That was good.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was fucking hilarious, man. I think that's probably the favorite thing. But no, the guy's a great speaker, man.
Yeah,
he's so charismatic.
I get so disheartened and disenchanted and feel down about a lot of the shit that's going on, and then he'll give a speech and I'm like, fuck yeah, this guy is awesome.
And the thing is, like,
now he should just fucking do some of the shit that he says, because that would be great.
But he can't. I mean, part of it's that he's frozen because of the...
I think he's tried to work with them too much. Like, when he had the House and the Senate and the presidency, he should have got shit done. Instead of saying, well, I'm going to reach out and extend to the other side of the aisle, and I'm going to work with these people. No.
You do a pretty great Obama, too.
No, he should have done shit back in the day.
Yeah. No,
and he didn't, and I think because he didn't, that was a large part of why he lost the House.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying, of course they wouldn't have allowed somebody that blackish to lead any, but I mean, if you put him in place of Lincoln or some of those, I mean, with the way he speaks in the House, I mean, God, I mean, I honestly, I like Obama. I think he's a good dude, but I honestly blame a lot of apathy on him. Because people voted for him in droves thinking I agree.
He's going to come in, he's going to change things, he's going to get shit done, and then he fucking didn't. When he had the chance, he didn't fucking do it, and that led to shit tons more voter apathy I went out, I voted, I made my choices known, I did what I could, and he didn't fucking stand up and represent me.
And then we get a Republican Congress.
Fucked me. I did it, and he fucked me, and now he lost the House.
Well, and I guess I think all that's true, and I actually was a little bit concerned that the Republicans might have had an upper hand coming into the next election, but with this recent, not with the Supreme Court ruling now,
and the resurgence of the Tea Party, they're gonna promote some fucking wacko candidates like they did last time.
Yeah, I thought the Tea Party was looking to move to have a third party.
I hope they do. I hope it splinters the fuck out of the Republican Party.
Are you serious?
Well, Sarah Palin was looking to split off and have a third.
Well, if we're just gonna be just like the Democrats anyway, we might as well just start our own party. If that's what the Republicans are going to do. Yeah, somehow in Sarah Palin's tiny fucking brain, the Republicans are exactly the same as the Democrats, and so the Tea Party ought to just split off and become its own separate party. We're not going to participate in these shenanigans.
And then she said, oh, look, it's a Russia.
It's a Russia.
Yeah, I hope the Tea Party does completely splinter off and create like a third party, drag all the fucking wackos over there with them. That would be awesome.
The hell would that be called?
The Tea Party.
You would have mainline Tea Party, who are the hard right.
Fucking quacks.
And then you'd have your still, right-wing Republicans.
And then you know what happens?
But it would
splits
split
the vote.
Yeah, it would split
No,
that whole thing.
I get that.
It would be like the Green Party for the Democrats. Thanks, Ralph Nader.
Yeah. Oh, Ralphie.
And sure, you can argue against the two-party system, and it's a problem and whatever. Does not mean that you should not get out and fucking vote.
No.
And then I hear people complain, well, here in Utah it doesn't really matter, or because of the Electoral College it doesn't matter. Don't just go out and vote when the president is running. Vote in every fucking election, because everything starts at the local level.
Yeah.
Everything starts at the local level, and, I mean, you can look and see, we don't have a president who just fucking comes out of nowhere, who's never had any kind of political office before. They're voted into office before they're ever voted into the presidency.
Sure.
And for those of you that live in Utah, Utah's voting laws just changed. You no longer have to pre-register to vote. You can show up at a voting poll and register on the fucking spot and vote the same day.
Wow.
Is that true?
True.
Nice.
That just happened. The last local elections was the first time it was happening. So that's the new rule for the state of Utah. You can vote. You can go and register and vote
the same day.
Register at the polling station.
Nice.
That's actually a really good point to bring up, too, while we're talking about that.
So if people have the thing saying, oh, I'm not registered, it's not a fucking excuse. A lot of states are going to it where you can actually register the day of a fucking election.
Good deal.
Right at the polling station.
Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't be that way, but...
Because there's so much rampant voter fraud.
Oh, yeah.
That is like
5 cases.
That is like 0.001% of the electorate.
Yeah, 5 cases, yeah.
What? It was like Florida that spent a couple $1 million on the voter fraud thing. It was like 2 guys.
Rick Scott. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
With their voter fraud epidemic they had going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
turned out to be primarily also
their own party.
Voters for the Republican Party.
Right. And Rick Scott's that fucking reptile-looking fucker.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort, yeah. I've taken that BuzzFeed quiz, and that's what I got. I was the Voldemort character for the Harry Potter quiz. Which character would you be?
Oh, yeah?
I don't know who that is, but I got that. And then
You've never watched Harry Potter?
No,
Jesus Christ, man!
Even I've watched Harry Potter.
It's fucking retarded. Come on,
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
that's what I said. And I was kind of like,
really.
I think I read the first 2 Harry Potter books.
It's not,
and then I listened to the rest.
Right?
I listened to the rest on CD. It's really good. It's good. It's fun. It's a good time. Yeah.
I'm not buying.
And the movies and the movies are done really, really well.
They're okay.
They're really good.
The books are. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I got Voldemort.
Nice.
And then I took the Once Upon a Time quiz and got Rumpelstiltskin.
I don't do any of those quizzes.
And I'm like, what the? Well, I did them with my girlfriend, and I'm like, why do I get all the villains every time? What the fuck? Like, I put good.
It says you're an atheist.
It says good or
it's the hair.
You're evil.
You got that.
I have evil hair.
Like, the bad guys are either bald or no hair whatsoever, so we got both of it going on here.
So we're all evil.
Yeah. Like, John McClane's enemies always had long hair.
What's your...
In Die Hard?
Oh, yeah, they all had long hair.
Alan Rickman didn't have really long hair.
I'm just saying that.
I do need a haircut.
Alan Rickman played Hans
I'm thinking
Gruber.
of the one, yeah.
He didn't have really
in the
long
hotel.
hair. But the blonde dude that he had the big fight scene with did have long hair.
Yes.
That he ended up choking with the chain.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
And Rickman has
what
long
was his
hair
name? Not
Snape.
He wasn't like a main character. He's just like his fucking henchman type dude.
Yeah. I can't remember what his
I don't
name
have
was.
long hair anyway.
You kind of do.
I mean, it's compared to you guys, it's long.
Well, yeah.
I got like no hair.
That's true. I mean, I do have...
Well, I said last week around this table.
Yeah, you got long hair.
You know, around this table, it's like the evolution of hair loss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the middle stage. You're correct.
Pointing at me, the middle stage.
There's like a half an inch difference between Ryan and Dan, and I have like 5 inches of hair.
Well, when the trimmers hit the front and go, it's like nothing. Oh, there's a little bit of hair. Like nothing. Oh, there's hair.
It's not that bad. Neither of those guys are really bald.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. I will be
eventually. I've got the crowning bald spot back here.
Yep, same here.
You know that's coming in nicely. And then I noticed the other day I was staring in the mirror, and noticed that, I thought, oh, I have a couple of hairs growing like, way in front of my hairline. That's strange. And then I realized, no, that's where my hairline used to be. It's not that I have new growth. This is the old growth shit that's just clinging on.
Hanging on.
It's the rebel independents that are like, no, we're making a stand right here, right now.
Well, you know what they say about the baldingness, though, as I continue to emasculate and demean myself on this show, is that's a sign of higher testosterone.
Oh yeah,
usually, yeah, the male pattern baldness, which is why I have a full head of
like a 12-year-old
curly hair. What?
I'm just saying, a 12-year-old probably has less testosterone than a 30-year-old.
I don't know. Is that true?
I don't know.
I
don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor.
I'm flummoxed.
I would challenge that. I would, because I'm 32, and I bet a 12-year-old and a 32-year-old would be fairly similar, because if you figure 18's the peak for testosterone in males.
I was just thinking that's like right at the beginning of puberty, so they're just starting to get
for
this.
you, maybe.
That's like the average age, isn't it?
Yeah, how old were you when you first had sex? What, 14 was that it?
I'll say 14. I could have been 13, but I think I was 14, maybe. That's
amazing to me.
Well, sure. It was interesting for me.
Well, what do we got for news there?
It's are you trying to save me or what?
Yeah.
Is there some debt?
I crushed you earlier, so I feel bad.
No, I can explain it. I felt like, up until that point, like this was before the internet, so we didn't have any reference. I mean, it was just
not even VHS.
There was some of that was going
Everyone
around.
found their friend's porn stash.
Most of it was rumors and stuff, and it was always kind of referred to as like a hole, right? Like the lady hole or something or other like that. And I'm like, and so you just kind of think, okay, well, everybody's got a hole. So you kind of like, you have this idea what it's going to be like, you know what I mean? When you're that young, you know what I'm saying?
You don't have any idea.
You get totally surprised. Like, so I'm 13 or 14, and I'm like, I had no idea it was going to look like the deflated football that's been in the corner of the yard since last spring's barbecue.
So
there was all this extra stuff going on.
Sleeve of a wizard.
Yeah, and so, there was that surprise.
I got kind of a funny story that goes along with it.
I'm sure.
Hear it real quick.
Do it.
I can remember being camping, probably right around the age of 12.
I can remember being camping.
Camping. It was me and my cousins in a tent, and my cousin's the same age as me, and the other one's like 2 years younger. But we're sitting there talking, and it's 12-year-old boys talking, and all of a sudden they got talking about how does it work? And I'm like, you don't know how it works? She's got an innie, you got an outie. Outie goes in the innie. And then my parents are outside going, shut up! And I'm like...
They can hear us.
They can hear us in the tent.
Through these thin fabric walls, they can hear us somehow. They're magic.
But even then, at that age, it's like, I'd already discovered porn, I think.
And you were like, Matt, shut up and pretend like you just know something.
Like, yeah. Like, you knew it was going to be a deflated football right off the bat.
Yeah. No. So... Well, and I asked you guys, I think last week, like, was it last week or the week before, if your parents ever had the talk with you?
I think that was
last week, yeah, no.
And I think both of you said, no, like, nothing.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah, my parents, mom was wear the underwear backwards, and dad was wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, and we're both Irish, and I think there's a part of that there. And we're both not Western, and I know that doesn't seem to, I don't know, but, like, at least in New England, and I think in the North... Midwest, there's this whole kind of hush, sort of like you just don't fucking talk about that shit. You just do whatever, and you like if you want to get a compliment from your parents, like you have to meet a stranger while you're around them. Like they won't fucking tell you, but like somebody else will come out. Oh yeah, no, this is my son. I'm totally
great.
proud of.
He's doing this,
right.
that.
But they won't fucking tell you that.
Yeah,
they'll tell somebody else that
Well, and
it's just it's like it's a little too much. Like you just don't.
It's a man's game. You don't want to be all fucking.
And my introduction to the whole thing was my dad never talked to me about it. I mean, I found his porn stash and my grandfather's porn stash.
Oh, Grandpa's must have been good, black and white.
Grandpa had quite the collection. He had Playboys going back to like the 50s,
like the original,
out in the woodshed in Brigham City. My cousin and I liked to go out into the woodshed and stare at the nudie books. Anyway,
Mormons?
no, who?
Your father and grandfather?
No. Well, Jack Mormon, maybe. My grandfather he smoked. He'd have a beer occasionally.
Okay.
My dad participated in the LDS church just like he quit smoking long enough to be able to baptize me, kind of thing, to make my grandma
gotcha.
happy.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So, but my introduction to the whole, sex thing was a couple books that my mom got me when I was, 12 or 13 maybe. One of them was Where Did I Come From? And these are both from the same writers and graphic illustrators. One was Where Did I Come From? And the other was What's Happening to Me. The What's Happening to Me was all about puberty. And I remember, I think I still have the books upstairs, but I remember the one that sticks out. So from each book, I have two images that stick out in my mind. And in the What's Happening to Me, there's a picture of this kid standing on a diving board about to go into a swimming pool, and he has this erection making this big, he's pitching a big fucking tent in his shorts as he's standing on the diving board, and he's obviously embarrassed, and there's girls in the swimming pool, smiling and pointing at his erection as he's standing up there. And so that's the one from What's Happening to Me, all about, puberty and whatever. The other from Where Did I Come From is this heavy-set couple laying in bed, the male on top of the female under the covers, and then it talks about, what happens, and has little pictures of sperm and stuff. And
Yeah.
so that was my introduction to it until I won't talk about what happened later.
Okay. Well, that was a great lead-in and rather
And then anticlimactic because
you pushed out. That's okay.
I love my mom and don't want to embarrass her too much if she ever happens to run across this or have anybody say anything to her about it.
I'm totally happy to be the guy that pees all the time and doesn't know a bunch of stuff, but at least I have the guts to talk about compromising situations and embarrassing things on air.
If it involved only me, I'd be all over and I'd tell you all about it, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Ladies, ratified in 1920, the 19th Amendment of the Constitution says, quote, "The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex." But in the present day, there are still people who want to repeal it and once again ban women from exercising voting rights in America. One such individual is David Barton.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck everything that fucking guy says.
So he's evil. Like if they're like he's just
He's the biggest piece of shit there is, yeah. Barton is the founder of Wall Builders, an organization that seeks to destroy the separation of church and state.
Which is funny, they're wall builders.
Yeah, no, I know.
Take down the wall.
It's it's the wall of reason around my brain that I'm going to build up this wall to lock out everything that would contradict what I want to believe.
Yeah. He also pretends to be a historian and hangs out with Glenn Beck.
Ooh.
I love that it says pretends to be.
I love that too. Well, because this guy's been caught many times
lying through his fucking teeth.
All kinds of quotes from the founding fathers saying things about their Christian origins, and then when people try to trace it, they figure out, oh, he fucking made it up. It goes back to David Barton, and that's it. He just
lying.
lies. Yeah, he just fucking
He's
lies.
a liar for Jesus.
He's a lying liar that lies through his liar hole.
Oh, you don't want to lie to that hole.
On Thursday, the conservative, quote, Christian openly called for taking votes away from women because women voting supposedly damages society and culture. I see that as being the exact opposite, actually.
Because women don't know anything.
Well,
and they shouldn't have any opinions other than what is supplied by their husband.
Sure. Yeah, then that's exactly what he thinks. I think exactly the opposite is true.
Right.
Like when they have the freedom to vote, things balance out way better. Yeah. And anyway, he goes on, quote, "So family government precedes civil government and you watch You watch that as colonists came to America, they voted by families. This
What?
is David. This is quoting David Barton, so I'm having a hard time.
I'm confused.
Okay, so family government precedes civil government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then he says, and you have to remember, back then, husband and wife, I mean, the two were considered one.
Okay.
That's a whole sentence. Okay. Then he says, that is the biblical precept. That is a family. That is voting. And so the head of the family is traditionally considered to be the husband, and even biblically still continues to be so.
So they want it to be like old-timey days where if
Yep.
you had slaves, each slave counted for half a vote. So if you had 100 slaves, you got 50 extra votes.
He didn't go there, but I mean...
I just really don't like
I wouldn't
David
put it
Barton.
past... Yeah, I don't like him either.
He's not a very nice guy.
Yeah, he's not very nice.
I don't like him very much, okay? He's bad, okay? David Barton's bad. Don't you, David Barton, okay? Because David Barton's bad.
I don't even know what he sounds like.
Like that.
Does he sound like that? Okay.
Really? But
A
more
little
southern.
bit.
That
Yeah,
was
a
great.
little bit.
We haven't done a lot of voices lately. Well,
I think there's been quite a few tonight.
here and there.
Maybe wrong, but
You did Obama.
yeah.
That's true. Well,
I made a terrible pass at Obama. That sounded bad. I
think he'd probably be pretty.
he'd be pretty flattered, I think.
Yeah, he'd be cool about
Well,
that.
I appreciate the offer there, but I'm gonna have
what
to
you do.
respectfully decline.
Beards are itchy.
We're all good-looking men here. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Just take it to the court, okay? Thanks, Dan. We'll see you later.
That's pretty good.
Is it?
That's pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. He's hard to do.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Key and Peele, like Peele.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, Peele is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a really good.
Those guys are
Really good Obama.
super talented. They're famous because we're just doing this in your basement.
Did you
Yeah.
see the episode where they talked about actually meeting
The president?
the president and the first lady?
No,
And Obama was like, your impression is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Why
a
you
really
really
good
the
job.
impression?
Have you seen Obama on Between Two Ferns?
Oh yes.
No.
That's
Oh, yeah, I did see
in
that.
the White
That was
House.
awesome.
So great.
Wow, Zach.
I wonder how much security Zach had to go through to get on. They're like, you got any weed in those pockets?
Oh, that had to be a set.
Come on. I wouldn't doubt that they would actually go to the White House and do it in the White House.
I don't know. I mean, Obama's pretty cool that way, but I bet it was a set.
You think so?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt they actually did it right in the Oval Office.
Really? Yeah.
With the president, like, hey, it's easier if you just come here and do it.
I'll bet he'd have gone to the. I'll bet he went to the set where they do that.
Yeah,
Typically,
I bet he did. Anyway, conservatives want to stop women from voting because they vote for Democrats typically.
Yeah.
This is the real issue. This is not Barton speaking. This is just the article. And here are some numbers. In the 2012 election, Republican presidential wannabe Mitt Romney won the married men vote by 22 percentage points. On the other hand, he only won the married women vote by a mere 7 points. Clearly, there were many wives who chose to vote for President Obama against the wishes of their husbands on that election day.
It's probably because he had a list of women.
Yeah. The biggest rejection
books.
of the
I have books full of women.
right.
Binders full of women.
Right. The biggest rejection of the GOP that year came from single women, with 67% voting for Obama and only 31% for Mitt Romney. It's obvious that conservatives like Barton don't want women to vote because they vote for Democrats overwhelmingly. According to Barton, most conservative Christians, this, quote, hurts the entire culture and society. And by that he means a culture and society dominated entirely by men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barton claims that women were denied voting rights to create, quote, a strong culture, a strong society, and it was based on a strong family that preceded government, and they crafted their policies to protect a strong family, end quote.
Incorrect.
And that is so much douchebaggery that it...
Did you actually know
infuriates
when
me.
we wrote up our Constitution and became a country, we had no rules on voting? There's nothing written in saying who gets to vote, how voting was going to work, what was going to happen. We had nothing in about it.
Well, just at the top of the article was even the 19th Amendment says that it can't be discriminatory based on sex.
I mean, it took till the 1920s to start making rules.
Yeah, and then in the 1920s they decided to abide by the law.
Because originally it was ruled down that, if you want to vote, you have to own land.
I'll be honest, I don't want to live in a country that only white men get to vote. I don't want to live...
That's what it was originally.
Yeah.
You had to be a white land-owning male in order to vote.
Which is exactly why you need to get out and vote to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
Right.
Then it turned into all white males. Then it turned to all white males and all white females can vote. Then it turned into everyone can vote.
Yeah. And now they're trying to get back to
white men voting.
Christian men, yeah.
Because they want to get rid of the blacks and Hispanics from voting, because guess what? A lot of them vote Democrat too.
Yeah, they
so
do. Yeah.
we got to get rid of them so they can't vote Democrat so we can win.
Yeah.
It's basically trying to rig your electorate. Saying, well, who votes for us? Who doesn't vote for us? Those who do not vote for us, well, guess what? Let's make it harder for them to vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And they've been working toward that incessantly.
Oh, yeah. Which is why I was surprised by Utah's new voter registration laws where you
don't have
to pre-register. You can just register there. Like, that makes it easy for everyone.
That's awesome.
Then you got, like in South Carolina, well, you have to have a driver's license.
Stance for Utah to take.
That's what I thought. I hope every state goes with that rule. You shouldn't have to pre-register. You should be able to just come in and vote. But they did have to have the ID.
Some form of ID.
Yeah, you have to have a driver's license.
Oh, okay.
It's usually you have to have a driver's license and a piece of mail from your house proving that you live, what your address is in that district in order to vote, register the day of. But still, the possibility is there.
Well, that's a good start. Anyway.
I think that about wraps it up for this week.
I think it does, yeah. I guess we don't know for sure if we're doing a live podcast next week.
Oh yeah, we haven't really talked about that much.
I think that's the plan thus far.
I'm 85% sure that is going to happen.
It kind of depends on this company we're working with and whether they get back to us in time.
Yeah. It will be at Whitesides for any of the Post-Mos or Mormon Expression listeners that we have as a crossover audience. It will be at Whitefields there in Salt Lake City. I will once I have it confirmed that yes, we can use Whitefields and yes, we will be doing it on Wednesday, I will create an event and post it on my timeline and the Atheists of Utah Facebook group and the Atheists of Utah Facebook page and of course the Godless Rebelution page. Let everybody know, yes, you're welcome to come out and join us and hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Should be a good time.
Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. And I mean, I'll post it on the Godless Rebelution page, but most of our friends on that page are not in state. So I mean, but I'll still do it. Yeah.
Put the word out.
But
sure.
We got friends all over on that page. It's cool.
Should be a lot of fun. I look forward to it.
Yeah. Till then, I'm Supreme Court Justice Matt.
I'm Dan, not nearly as drunk as I was last week. Ellis.
And I'm the Supreme Dictator, Mr. Ryan Duffy.
Supreme Dictator?
That's right.
That's right. Suck it up, bitches.
I'm the dictator.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
He's a big penis potato, the dictator, Ryan.
Thanks. I'm going to turn this off now.